Real Estate in Marlborough, Lucinda Dixon, Lab Realty, VIP Structural Steel, Stealth Engineering, ITM Southern Lakes, and Riverlands Holiday Park in Kaiapoi. A big thanks to those sponsors. So not too far away, folks, we're going to have these cars rolling out on track for their qualifying. From there, they will be put into groups, and from there, they go racing. We decide this weekend who will have the number one on the car. Of course, a number of these drivers actually raced at Central Motor Speedway the last time they had the New Zealand title here, which was back 2016-17, I think it was, off the top of my head. Just double checking that, wasn't a bad guess. 16-17 was the last time the New Zealand title was here at Central Motor Speedway. So I was sitting up on the bank taking in the action that time. I didn't think that a few years later I'll be sitting in the commentary box calling this one here. So race fans, couple of laps there at Anger, just a couple of familiarisation laps. There are little bits and pieces in these cars, little dials and switches and all sorts of things that these drivers can make some adjustments on the fly. But they don't get long, a couple of laps at speed just to try and get a feel for the circuit here. We're not too far away, folks, from a qualifying. 4 laps to bank your best time. Wayne Bauck, he'll be out on track. Car number 32. He's the Australian. He's the one you Mopar fans out there. I know there's a few ears out there, the Mopar fans. He's got the Mopar-powered machine. 420 Mopar. Craig Carbon out there as well, car 3. As we mentioned before, twice in a row he has claimed the 3NZ CB2 chassis, running the Chevy. Kane Lawson also in the CB2, car number 6. Ricky Bolton, car number 861, comes on through. Down into turns number 1 and 2, of course, that tight turn 1 and 2. There's a bit of smoke at the moment coming from one of the cars down on the infield too, so may well be Richie Taylor, I think. He's just parked up there. So Cardwell, the quickest man on track at the moment. In fact, Ricky Bolton's gone to the top with a 17.058. Cardwell the 17.229. Kane Lawson, he just banked a good lap there as well, 17.138. It's all about what group you end up in these lap times here. Matt Green down in the 18s, close to cracking the 17. In fact, he has now 17.961. So Craig Cardwell, he goes to the top of the table, 16.743. We can see those lap times starting to come down. Kane Lawson, 16.905. Bolton, he's in the 16s now with a 16.933. So it's Cardwell, 16.743. With the fastest lap time so far. Matt Green just going through there. Matt Green is 17.9. Everyone else on there running 16s. So 16.7 for Cardwell, 16.8 for Bauck. It was a good lap time for the Mopar out there. A 16.9 for Kane Lawson. Also a 16.9 for Bolton, 17.8 for Matt Green. Second lot of cars will come out. Greg Johnson, car number 77, the Trilo Metals Hypermac. Roll out on track. Mark Pitcher, NZ Van Line sponsor machine from Wellington. He'll also head out on track. Sam Waddell, car number 18 and 58, which of course is Richie Taylor. Richie Taylor come all so close back in 16-17 to claiming the New Zealand title here. Of course, he was catching Peter Dixon, the eventual winner, with a lap to go. He settled for the 2NZ, which he's done a number of times. But could this be the weekend that Richie Taylor, brand new car for him this season, could it be the weekend that he secures the number 1 spot? Kane Lawson down there, car number 6, just getting the attention of Andy Erskine. So things may well be a little bit hot under the bonnet of car number 6. They're calling for the fire crew to get over there pretty smartly. Lawson looking pretty animated, which is understandable. So a fire down there for car number 6, Kane Lawson, not the start that he wanted for his championship weekend. You can see the frustration down there for Kane Lawson. He was second fastest on track in that first qualifier. Of course, he does have time. Of course, we don't kick off here tonight till 5, and of course, if it does need a bit more work, the way the format runs, of course, is the 5-heat system, and then, of course, with 25 cars, I think it is, all in the final on Saturday night. He still gets a crack at it, but, of course, he would rather be well up the grid than sitting in the pit area having to repair a toasted car. So we'll wait and see. We'll get the feedback from Kane down in the pit area after and just see what the deal was with car number 6. So green flag drops. We're set to go. Qualifier number 2. Time to beat a 16.743 set by Craig Cardwell, the 3NZ. So these cars now just building up momentum. 4 laps is what they get to set themselves a time to see what group they will end up in here. Greg Johnson straight to the top of the 16.650. So an absolute scorcher of a lap. Richie Taylor 16.4. So the lap times really starting to come down. Waddell jumps to second place. Through comes Pitcher. Where does he land in this one here? He's still down the order at the moment of 17.084. Johnson back to the top of the 16.4. He comes into turn number 3 now. Round 3 and 4. Johnson looking racy here this afternoon in qualifying. Can't improve his lap time though. A 16.1. Richie Taylor. Absolutely scorching right on the back end of the 15s. 16.1 for Taylor as the checkered flag comes out. Here comes Johnson. Can he improve that lap time? No, he can't. A 16.4 for Johnson. He remains in second place. So 16.150. 16.150 is your fastest lap time at the moment. Richie Taylor out of Woodford Glen Speedway in Christchurch, the fastest man on track at the moment. Second, Greg Johnson from Central Motor Speedway, and Sam Waddell from Bay Park Speedway currently holding third place. We'll have 2 more groups roll out on track in just a moment here, folks, for the second round of qualifying here at Central Motor Speedway. Alrighty, race fans, second round of qualifying here for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship at Central Motor Speedway. Out on track there at the moment, a man that tasted quite a bit of a success over the Christmas break here. Bodie Abrahamson, the tyre-powered sponsored machine, stealth machine for him out of Christchurch. Ewan Shearing, car number 69, the Hypermac out of Central Motor Speedway. Gary Wood's also a Hypermac there out of Eastern State Speedway. He is car number 6. Car number 37, Steve Cowling, of course, out of Bay Park Speedway, former national champion. That's your cars here for this qualifier. We'll get those lap times as soon as they're available, folks. Time to beat at the moment is 16.150. Of course, it was set in the last qualifier there by Richie Taylor. So Abrahamson comes on through, just no lap time showing there at the moment on the monitor. So as soon as we do have those, folks, we'll let you know how these cars are faring compared to those lap times that were put out before. White flag comes out, one more to run. Abrahamson comes on through. Down into turns 1 and 2. Powers off down the back straight. Certainly a beautiful sight as the checkered flag comes out. Bodie Abrahamson comes through. Edwards will be the next car. Car number 6 out of Eastern State Speedway in Blenheim. Cowling just cruising on through there. That's the Tarrong ITM sponsored machine. We'll wait and see what sort of lap time he punched out. That there is, of course, Group 3. Group number 4 will roll out on track next for their qualifying time trial, 4 laps. This one here, of course, we'll see car number 4 out of Beachland Speedway in Dunedin. That is Alistair Lister. Man, he had a real good run here over Christmas. Punched out some very, very consistent results. Had that car on absolute rails. Benji Sneddon out there, car number 8 as well from Kihi Speedway. Of course, jump on Facebook and give Mucka Motorsport a big like. I tell you what, they do some hard case things on there. He's got some toys. He is in car number 8, just coming past the control tower here at the moment. Then we see Alistair Lister, car number 4, the baby-faced assassin out there as well from Nelson. Of course, that is Ian Burson. Certainly one to watch here this weekend. Done a lot of work to that car over the Christmas break. Didn't like the setup of it. They did some radical changes to it, the whole 4-bar thing prior to Christmas. Really struggled to make it work, so he's done some adjustments to that car. And of course, car number 54 out there as well for all you Ford fans, the Ford Mustang of Ryan Marsden out of Woodford Glen Speedway in Christchurch, former New Zealand Saloon champion. So that time to beat once more, a 16.150, which was set in qualifier 1 from Richie Taylor. Fastest of the cars out last time was a 16.6, which was Ewan Shearing. So Alistair Lister's managed to eclipse that now. He's the 16.613. So white flag out, 1 more to run. Lister fastest man out there at the moment, 16.580, the Hypermac. Ian Burson into that tight turn 1 and 2. Stretches the legs down the back straight. He's currently sitting down in 9th place at the moment, a 16.820. Expecting to be a little bit higher than that. So still having issues, folks, with the timing monitor. We're only getting 5th down to 16th at the moment, so not sure who's punched out the fastest lap time. Richie Taylor, of course, was the man on a 16.150 prior to this qualifying. Try and get those sorted when Group 6 and Group 2 roll out next for their qualifying. Of course, they'll do 4 laps, trying to dictate the groups here for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. Of course, once again, a big thanks to the sponsors of the Super Saloon Championship, Debbie the Webster, Mike Pero and Marlborough, Lucinda Dixon at Lab Realty, VIP Structural Steel, Stealth Engineering, ITM Southern Lakes, and Riverlands Holiday Park in Kaiapoi. We'll be back in just a moment, folks, with the last two groups of cars to qualify here for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. Folks, so out on track here is the final two groups, of course, to qualify for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. Malcolm Nartai, car number 19, the Suck It Up machine. Of course, he won the Christmas Champs right here at Central Motor Speedway. He was in some pretty good form, of course, racing last weekend at the New Zealand Superstock Champs as well. So he's certainly been a bit of a busy lad over the last few weeks. Car number 1 out there, of course, the reigning New Zealand champion. Now there is Chris Cowling, talking to him in the pits before. He's pretty eager to do a repeat performance. He won the New Zealand Grand Prix here last year as well. So looking forward to seeing what he can put out this weekend. Car number 86 on track. Bit of a dark horse for me, this machine here. Hayden Mackay, the Hypermac out of Woodford Glen Speedway. Very, very fast car. So looking forward to seeing what Hayden can put together here this weekend at Central Motor Speedway. Of course, car number 34, we saw him down in front of the pit gate here before, racing Ray Stewart. Of course, 34 on the side of that car, and of course that's how many laps we are doing in the final here tomorrow night to crown ourselves a New Zealand Super Saloon champion. Car number 26, a two-time New Zealand champion, and of course the man behind the Hypermax, that is Shane McIntyre out of Blenheim. A brand new car on track here as well. In fact, this is the first time he's actually got this thing dirty. It is Mark Osborne in that car number 16, the Stealth out of Woodford Glen Speedway in Christchurch. He was hoping to have that car on track for the Christmas period here. Had a couple of issues with it, so this here very much a shakedown for car number 16, Mark Osborne. He's a three-time New Zealand Super Saloon champion. Car number 27 out there as well, that is Trevor Elliott from Woodford Glen Speedway. Another very, very competitive driver. I think this is the older of his two Hypermax that he has. He is in car number 27, and a late entry for the championship. He only entered late last week, I think it was. Scott Hayward, car number 92. Another very, very good young driver there, of course, from Bay Park Speedway. So these cars, folks, they'll do 4 laps. There's 2 groups of them. They'll do 4 laps and battle it out here to see what group they will end up in for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. Of course, we did have some issues just with that timing monitor before, so the fastest lap I've got so far came from qualifier 1, which was a 16.150 by Richie Taylor out of Christchurch. That may well have changed, so we'll wait and see. Once that timing's all fixed up, we'll give you the official results for that there. Of course, good crowd starting to build here at Central Motor Speedway, and if you are watching the live stream on Facebook, hope you're enjoying that there as well. A few people just commenting on there that they're sitting at home and having a couple of cold ones and enjoying the coverage, which is great to see. Actually had a photo come through to me before, the Zealand Saloon champion, Mark Dobson. He's sitting somewhere in the crowd up there enjoying a nice tea or something, putting the feet up. So good to see, as I say, a good crowd in here this afternoon. And of course all the action gets underway about 5 o'clock tonight, so if you can't make it to Central Motor Speedway and you're watching the Facebook coverage at the moment, head along to Pitts Media and grab yourself a live stream, because I tell you what, it promises to be an absolutely fantastic night of action. So the first group out on track there, just see Mark Osborne there just shaking car number 16 down. Of course he won't be expecting too much from this car in this time trial at all. He'll be just trying to make sure that everything's working and should be doing what it's doing. He'll make a few adjustments, I'd imagine, when he gets back into the pit area and sort out car number 16. So hopefully we'll see the fastest cars. Just the timing monitor once again has only given me 11 down to 20, so it's the pointy end that we need to be looking at. So McIntyre currently 11th, he's on track. Ngatai down in that group as well. Through comes McIntyre, car number 26. Osborne's car looking pretty good straight out of the box, to be fair. Car 16. He's obviously in that top group of cars because he's not showing in the back end of the timing that's on the screen at the moment. So good signs there for Mark Osborne. Ngatai now just tucking in behind Hayward. They come through, checkered flag drops. So Osborne 8th. He'll be happy with that, just ahead of Craig Cardwell. 16.685 for Mark Osborne. So he's in 8th place, Cardwell 9th, McIntyre 10th. Once again, folks, we do apologise. Just a technical glitch with the timing at the moment, only giving us from 8th place down to 20th at the moment, but the crew working away on that there. So the last group of cars, they will roll out. They will do 4 hot laps and get set to find themselves a group, of course, for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. So Mackay out on track, car number 86. Great looking car out of Woodford Glen Speedway in Christchurch. Just coast past here at the moment. Ray Stewart. Once again, a radical change to the suspension setup in his car throughout the off-season. He was running the torsion setup. He's now gone to the 4-bar setup, which seems to be the setup of choice. He struggled with it most of the season, but he showed glimpses over the Christmas period of having that car absolutely dialed in. So he will be one to watch here over the weekend. Cowling out on track as well. He was telling me before racing today he's really only had one decent skid in this car. It was at a race meeting, and of course I think he said he won the first race. The next race he had a big crash. Second race he put it up the wall. So he said he really doesn't know what this car is going to feel like here this weekend. Not looking too bad there at the moment. He comes on past the control tower. Trevor Elliott, the Elliott scaffolding car 27 out of Woodford Glen Speedway as well. You would imagine he would be somewhere in the pointy end of the field for this one here. Qualifying, of course, it only sets the grids. It doesn't mean anything when it comes to the big 34-lap feature final on Saturday night. Ray Stewart really starting to reel in Mackay in car number 86. 1 lap to go for these cars. Mackay sets it up nicely, just touches that inside front wheel down on the pole line, dances around turns 1 and 2. Ray Stewart just tucked in behind him. That'll be affecting his lap speed at the moment. So those two cars come through. The base up machine of Chris Cowling, car number 1, through as well. And of course, Trevor Elliott, car number 27, out of Woodford Glen Speedway, comes on through. That there, folks, concludes qualifying here at Central Motor Speedway. Once more, a big thanks to the sponsors of this event: Riverlands Holiday Park in Kaiapoi, ITM Southern Lakes, Stealth Engineering, VIP Structural Steel, Lucinda Dixon at Lab Realty, and Debbie the Webster, Mike Pero Real Estate in Marlborough. They are the sponsors of this event. We'll go and have a bit of a shakedown, folks. We'll find out who the fastest person on track was, and we'll go back racing 5 p.m. tonight. Don't forget, if you are at home watching this on Facebook, make sure you head along to the Pits Media on Facebook or on their website and grab yourself a live stream to tonight's event. It's going to be an absolute scorcher here tonight, folks. I'm off for a break. We'll catch you back here at Central Motor Speedway 5 p.m. for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship.
The St Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Can-Do Fishing's famous Bluff Kinner. Once caught, the Kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Can-Do Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-bone fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Can-Do Fishing Kinner, fish or power. Can-Do Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you.
Technical Welding Services Hamilton are specialists in the transit concrete mixer industry. From chassis drop-off to a full working concrete mixing, the team will take care of the job from start to finish. Full engineering services and general sheet metal work can also be undertaken. Need a quote? Call 07 847 2031 or visit our website www.techweld.nz. Technical Welding Services Hamilton, we are the experts. The Suck It Up Stealth out there. Of course, he won the Christmas Champs here at Central Motor Speedway. Car number 26, a two-time New Zealand Super Saloon Champion and running under the Eastern States banner. Of course, that is in Blenheim. That there is Shane McIntyre. He is the man that is the brains trust behind the Hypermax, builds all those cars. Car number 86 out on track, absolutely fantastic looking car, and of course another Hypermax Chevy. That there is Hayden Mackay, car number 86 from Woodford Glen Speedway in Christchurch. Car number 92, Scott Hayward, a late entry into the championship. Of course, he's from Bay Park in Tauranga there, so great to have Scott's name on the entry list there in car number 92. A former New Zealand champion behind him, one of the CB2 cars out of Cowling Motorsport. It's the Tauranga ITM machine of Steve Cowling, car number 37. Car number 49, he raced here over the Christmas break and he looked absolutely electric out on track. Of course, he is sponsored by Tyre Power. Car number 49 out of Christchurch, that is Bodie Abrahamson. Car number 4 out on track, another one of the Hypermax Corvettes out there. And a big improver, of course, here at Central Motor Speedway over the Christmas break as well. Got some pretty consistent placings. That there is Alistair Lister from Beachland Speedway in Dunedin. Also from Beachland Speedway in Dunedin, the Dunedin City Motors sponsored Mustang. Of course, one of the few Fords out in the pack out there. For all you Ford fans, myself included, that there, of course, is Matt Green. Ricky Bolton, car number 861 in behind him. He's in a Pro X as well. Chef powered machine out of Beachland Speedway in Dunedin. Of course, the president of Speedway New Zealand, car number 861. Behind him, the Trelo Metals Hypermax. Of course, that there is Greg Johnson from Central Motor Speedway. He looked pretty fast out there in those early qualifying laps. So, Greg, we're expecting big things from Greg this weekend in car number 77. Of course, one of your local cars. In behind him, folks, needs no introduction whatsoever. He came here last year to the New Zealand Grand Prix straight after winning himself his maiden New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. Of course, he is from Bay Park in Tauranga. Can he make it 2 in a row? It is Chris Cowling. Put your hands together, folks, for the current New Zealand champion. Behind Cowling, car number 69. That there. Another one of the Hypermax out on track, Ewan Shearing, running under the Central Motor Speedway banner, the Aparima Tavern sponsored machine. Of course, Ewan absolutely loves the Speedway. He's gone through the saloon grade, now finds himself up in Super Saloons. A former 1NZ just in behind Ewan at the moment. Sam Woodall, of course, car number 18. Radical looking machine. His father, Dean Woodall, of course, he's a 2-time New Zealand champion. Sam's a 1-time New Zealand champion. He'd dearly love to add to that this weekend. He is car number 18 from Bay Park. Car number 58, one of the fan favourites out there. A new car this year for Richie Taylor out of Woodford Glen Speedway in Christchurch. He has been to NZ multiple occasions. In fact, I wrote down how many times he's actually been a 2NZ. 3 times he's been a 2NZ. He would dearly love to be a 1NZ at the conclusion of this weekend. Richie Taylor, car number 58. Car number 16, caught up with Mark Osborne just in the pits there just a moment ago. Very, very happy with that car. It's the first time he's ever had it out on track in that qualifying thing. Said it was a wee bit tight. He's made some adjustments. Looking forward to seeing Mark Osborne here this weekend, a former 3-time New Zealand Super Saloon champion. Behind him, the baby-faced assassin, Ian Burson. Of course, he has won the South Island Champs 7 times. 3 times he's been a 3NZ. He's also been 2NZ. He would dearly love to put a 1NZ on the side of that car. He is certainly very, very capable of doing it. Some big changes to that car in the last few weeks. Car number 21 out of Nelson is Ian Burson. Car number 32, this is the car that all you Mopar fans out there need to be cheering for. Of course, he is an Australian. Don't hold that against him. He comes from Victoria in Australia. He's representing Palmerston North. It is Wayne Balk, car number 32. Car number 8 out on track as well, another one of the Hypermax, and it's out of the Mucker Motorsport stables. Of course, if you want a bit of entertainment, folks, go and check out the Mucker Motorsport Facebook page. Benji Snedden, of course, his first New Zealand title last year at Beachland Speedway. Very, very impressive outing. Expecting big things here this weekend from car number 8 from Kihi Speedway. It is Benji Snedden. Put your hands together, folks. These are your entries for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. One of these drivers will stand on the top step of the podium tomorrow night here after that 34-lap feature final. We cannot wait to see what unfolds there. Certainly an absolutely beautiful sight. All these cars parked down the back straight here at Central Motor Speedway. For these 25 drivers, of course, one early casualty, of course, Mark Pitcher from Wellington, problems with his car number 9. So if you've got a official race program, you can scratch him from your program. But certainly some talent strewn right across this field. Promises to be an absolutely fantastic weekend. Of course, if you do want to own your own little piece of memorabilia from the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship down on turn number 1, there is the white gazebo down there. And of course, they've got the official race program down there. They've also got T-shirts for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. Also the Aotea Production Saloon Cup. So if you want to grab yourself a piece of merchandise from this event, do head down into turn 1 there and grab yourself something to take away with you, a memento from this weekend. Of course, last time we run here at Central Motor Speedway for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship was 2016. It's 2017. Of course, a lot has changed since then. Of course, these cars have radically changed since then. And of course, one of the guys behind the radical change of these cars, of course, was the late great Peter Dixon, a friend, a rival, family member to so many people here this weekend. So, of course, there is a wee tribute up on turn number 3 there to Peter Dixon. Of course, you can head along there and sort of pay respects and bits and pieces. And he was an absolute legend, 2-time New Zealand Super Saloon champion. And, of course, he won his first Super Saloon Championship right here on his home track of Central Motor Speedway. Will it be a local driver that takes it out this weekend? Can Chris Cowling do it a second time? Can Craig Cardwell improve from 3NZ? There's so many stories here this weekend set to unfold. It's going to be one heck of a weekend, folks, and we'll be on track very, very shortly with heat number 1 of the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship right here at Central Motor Speedway.
Rightio race fans, we're here with the 9W car of Mark Pitcher. Mark, it's not the best way to start a New Zealand Championship. What happened with your car, mate?
Just out in the hot laps there, and we've dropped a couple of valves, unfortunately, so one on each bank. So it's taken out 6 and 4 pistons, I think. So unfortunately that's hurt too bad to repair it, and a long way back to Wellington after a couple of hot laps.
Well, it's definitely not the way you wanted to come down here all the way from Wellington, the North Island, that ferry trip and the long drive in there.
Yeah, we were lucky. We came on here in New Zealand, but Richie's got the long haul home. But it's it's such a grouse track here for Super Saloons, and we were so looking forward to it. Yeah, the best car in the country, and it's just that's racing though, one of those things.
And obviously, sponsors on the car. We can't we want to thank them obviously for getting you all the way down here, eh?
Yeah, well, 25 years with the moving company, and we've just opened the new New Zealand Van Lines office here in Cromwell. So we thought we'd chuck Van Line signage on it, but I don't know if that was such a good idea now.
Well, hopefully we'll see you back potentially in the North Island later in the season, eh?
Oh yeah, for sure. Cheers.
Righty, sorry about that, man.
Yeah, all good.
Righty, there he is, the 9W of Mark Pitcher. We're here with the reigning defending 1NZ, Chris Cowling. Chris, all the way down to Cromwell, another South Island trip to try and defend that New Zealand title, eh?
Yeah, that's right. Back down here again from home. But look, the place is a pretty neat deal here. Nice, fast-flowing track, so it'll be some good racing. You got some pretty hot-shot drivers here the next 2 nights. So we'll see if we can get through these heat races and try and make some gains where we need to, and then hopefully put ourselves in a position for that 34-lap feature tomorrow that we might be somewhere near the front and have a go at this.
Obviously, a track you've had pretty good fortune at. Last year, won the New Zealand Grand Prix title.
Yeah, look, that was a dream run last year, but it doesn't mean it's going to be like that this year, does it? So we haven't had, well, that was the last time we raced here, and I've only done 1 meeting in the car this year, so I haven't had the best of build-ups, but look, it's like riding a bike, and hopefully we'll just hop in there and do our best, and hopefully with the boys' dad's brains and what he's got in there, we can get the setup right and go forward.
And obviously sponsors on the car all the way from Tauranga. It's a long haul down here.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to be big bunch of guys that help us. But you've got the likes of Permapine, Base Up, Tauranga ITM, Colin Amron Contracting, Liz Harrison Hiabs. There's Ned Performance Autos who does the motors, does an amazing job. So hopefully he's given us enough juice to go forward.
All right, good luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you a wee bit later, eh?
Yeah, mate. Thank you. Sounds good.
Righty, we're here with the other Cowling brother, the 37M of Steve Cowling. Steve, all the way down to Cromwell for a New Zealand title. You're a former 1NZ trying to get that one on the back of the car again.
Yeah, we'll be giving it a good shot tonight. It's 2 nights, obviously, this weekend, so do the 3 heats tonight and 2 heats tomorrow, and we'll see where we end up, and yeah, go for 34 laps and see where we end up.
A very unique track, Central Motor Speedway here, turn 1 and 2, very tight, 3 and 4, you can pretty much gas it all the way around.
Yeah, it's we don't get to race on tracks like this very often, so it's good to come down here and give it a go, and hopefully we can get dialed in. We had a good practice there, so we'll see what happens.
And obviously results earlier in the season, how have they been going, or you just like your brother just had the 1 race?
No, I've had three goes in this car. It's a brand new car as well, so yeah, showing promise, but had a few little issues, so but no, we'll see what it gets Tauranga ITM car up there.
Alrighty, and sponsors and crew you want to thank for getting you all the way down to Central Motor Speedway?
Oh yeah, just the whole Cowling Motorsport team, Jonesy and Brad and all the boys that have helped out heaps. Tauranga ITM, Permapine, Liz Harrison's Transport, Performance Engineering Solutions, CB2 Chassis, Colin Amron Contracting, Base Up, Heater, Performance Autos, and anyone else that is part of the Cowling Motorsport team. We really appreciate them.
Alrighty, good luck for tonight, and hopefully talk to you a wee bit later, eh?
Yeah, that's the goal, eh? So we'll do what we can.
Righty, race fans, we're here with the 49C, Bodie Abrahamson. Bodie, a pretty good run last time you were here at Central Motor Speedway over New Year's, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure. We had a good run here on both nights, actually. Made a little error in the first night, which cost us the win, but we came back on the second night and got the win. So, yeah, it's gave us a good bit of confidence coming into this weekend.
How have you been finding this new car? Because it is a new car, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a new car. We had a new Stealth car last year, then this is a new one again, another Stealth. So, yeah, loving it. Marple's a good car, and yeah, we're gelling pretty well.
And obviously, result here, you want to put an NZ on that car. You used to do it in Saloons, now it's Super Saloon time.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, we've been doing it a while, and we've come close, but haven't quite sort of sealed the deal. But yeah, we're just going to just play it by ear and not get too carried away. We know we're fast, but anything can happen. So, but yeah, like you say, it would be awesome.
Alrighty, as well, you're representing the Christchurch Speedway, but all the way up there in Whitianga. She's a long way drive. Obviously, sponsors on the car you want to thank. Yeah,
that's right. We live up in Coromandel and Whitianga, so we travel a bit. Sponsors is pretty much myself, Overdrive and Tyre Power, that's me. And then we've got a few other ones, Tony Richards Toyota and Napa Auto Parts and Stealth Race Cars.
Alrighty, good luck and hopefully talk to you later on, eh?
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Alrighty, folks, race time here at Central Motor Speedway. It is the Lucinda Dixon Lab Realty Group A up against Group B, the Debbie the Webster Mike Pero Real Estate Marlborough Group. Group A, Group B, set to do battle here at Central Motor Speedway. Of course, if you're not in attendance here at Central Motor Speedway and you're seeing these pictures, you obviously bought the live stream. A big thank you for doing that there. Hope you enjoy your night's entertainment. Greg Johnson, he will start from grid position 1 in his Hypermac car number 77. Richie Taylor, car number 58, will start on his outside. Row 2, Shane McIntyre, car number 26 from Blenheim, starts alongside Wayne Balk, the Australian in the field, that insane chassis, car number 32. Starting from the third row of the grid, P5, car number 8, Benji Snedden from Kihi. On the outside in the Hypermac, the baby-faced assassin, Emberson, 21 from Nelson. Malcolm Nartai won the Christmas champs here. He starts on the next row back. Didn't catch who was beside him. Matt Green, car number 59 from grid position 8, that Love Laddie Mustang. They will run 5 heats. 3 tonight, 2 tomorrow night, and then they battle it out. 34 laps of action for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. So you can see the acceleration line has been set down there on the outside of turn 4. Not too far away from the start. This one here, folks, the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship for 2023-24 here at Central Motor Speedway. Lucinda Dixon Lab Realty Group A, Debbie the Webster Mike Pero Real Estate Group B on track. Heat number 1 of the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship right here at Central Motor Speedway. We go racing. Johnson on the inside. Can Taylor get a run on the outside? Side by side down between turns 1 and 2. McIntyre not off to a bad start there either. He's got Balk right in behind him. He's in 4th at the moment. Benji Snedden moves up the inside of Emberson. He's car number 8 from Kihi, the Mucka Motorsport machine. McIntyre throws the 26 sideways at the entry to turn number 1 and 2. They power down the back straight. Richie Taylor pulls a couple of car lengths away from Greg Johnson at the moment. Track pretty greasy out there for these cars. You can see Burson there starting to fall back slightly. He's just moved in behind Malcolm Nartai. They're side by side, in fact, as they come out of turn number 2. Green just behind them. Car 59 out of Beachland Speedway in Dunedin. But it's Richie Taylor who leads this one here. 10 laps to run. Heat number 1 for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship, and Taylor starting to find a bit of a rhythm out there at the moment. Car number 58. Through they come once more. Benji Snedden off to an absolute flyer in this one here. Richie Taylor 17.5 last time around, so not a bad lap time. 17.7 for Johnson, 17.4 for Snedden, so Snedden's really on it here. He's looking for a way up the inside of Greg Johnson. Through they come. They're side by side. Snedden with a big look there. Down between 1 and 2. Really tight corner. They power out of 2 and go into this big sweeping 3 and 4. Through comes Richie Taylor once more. 6 to run here. Heat number 1. And it's Taylor who leads. Snedden still trying to find a way up the inside of Greg Johnson. Wayne Balk, the Australian, he's right there still as well. He's in 4th place. Emberson looks like he's starting to come back in this one here now as well. He's putting all sorts of pressure over the back of the Cantabrian. Malcolm Nartai with a nice wee dive down the inside of Balk. Manages to get the job done. Balk a little unsettled there. Burson manages to sneak through there as well. McIntyre, he's really fallen back in the pack in this one here. Car number 26. 5 to run. Richie Taylor. Half a straight length at the moment. That battle for 2nd and 3rd, they're still side by side. Snedden on the inside, Johnson on the outside. If Snedden can hold the nose down here, he might get the job done. Malcolm Nartai ready to pounce here now as well. He's right in behind the cars that are 2nd and 4th. Here comes Johnson with a nice move coming out of 2. Just gets across the nose of Benji Snedden. 3 to run. Richie Taylor in full control here. That CB2 machine out of Woodford Glen Speedway in Christchurch doing the business here. Oh, trouble there for Snedden. That front nose clip, you've seen it flapping around there. There was a little bit of contact which has dislodged that. And Ian Burson, he's managed to work his way up into third place. So as we mentioned before, he fell back at the start of this one here, but we expected him to find a rhythm. The white flag out, check it or drop this time around for car number 58. Richie Taylor of Christchurch does this one here with ease. In second place, Greg Johnson, a nice drive for the local. And the 21 of Ian Burson home in third place, race number 1 of the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. Goes the way of Richie Taylor. Nice drive by Taylor. He started from the front row of the grid. He takes this one here out. 3.2 seconds over Greg Johnson. Benji Snedden in third place. In fact, it wasn't. It was Ian Burson up in third place. Then Malcolm Nartai, Snedden, Wayne Balk, Shane McIntyre, and Matt Green. That is your results, folks. Of course, unofficial until such time as the Speedway New Zealand lads have signed off on it. But your race winner, no doubt about who that is. Richie Taylor from Woodford Glen Speedway in Christchurch takes out heat number 1 here at Central Motor Speedway. Alrighty folks, race number 2 on your program. We have the Placemakers group and the Oakleys group. Of course, it is the Fresh Choice Cromwell Aotea Production Saloon Cup. Heat number 1. Of course, over 40 cars entered in this here. We'll take a quick look at the grid. Car number 66, Cox, starts from P1. Hackett, car number 434, all the way from Wanganui, starts from grid position 2. Brian Wilson starts from grid position 3. And car number 7, Eddie Franz, car number 51, starts from grid position 4. Gavin Haring, one of the locals, car number 6, starts from position 5. On his outside, we see Liam Ballantyne, car number 27. Westerman starts car number 28 on position from position 7. Position 8 from Greymouth, we see Gray. Mackenzie will start car 11 from position 9 on his outside. Laura Heads, car number 64. Steve Clement starts car number 25 from position 11th. He's got Cam Bauer, car number 99 on his outside in position 12. Then we go back to the man they call Socks, Stephen Nicholas. Old Stevie Nicks, he will start car number 51 from position 13. And of course we've got Maya Johnson, that is car number 23 from Beachland Speedway in Dunedin, starting this one here from the tail of the field. Craig Davies drops the green flag. Eddie Franz wasting no time whatsoever. Car number 51 heads down. In fact, a false start there. So the officials not happy with that one there. They'll line them up once more. We'll wait and see whether or not the officials are going to play with that one there and give them another chance, or whether or not they will send a car directly to the back of the field. We'll wait and see. Of course, car 51, Eddie Franz from Nelson. Pretty quick to get a run at that one. One of the cars was absolutely screaming as it came past the control tower here. The poor old valves in that machine bouncing away.
Lights are out. You'll get a start this time.
So it looks like we're going to start this time around. The lights are out.
Side by side under the green. 7D. Remember, you're on a warning and you are to follow the 66 until the green.
So Brian Wilson, car number 7 from Beachland Speedway. Eddie Franz on his outside. He's the man that got off to an absolute flyer there. Brent Hackett on the outside of the front row, all the way from Wanganui. Green flag drops. Cox on the inside, car number 66. A little bit of contact down there between turns 1 and 2. Franz getting a bit of a sizing up there from the 66 machine of Cox. They head down the back straight. Franz moves into the lead of this one here. Gavin Haring out high and wide. Car number 28, that machine out of Christchurch that we spoke about before. James Westerman looking pretty racy in this one. Goes down the inside of Gavin Haring. Car number 66. That's 66T. Behind him, we have Matt Cox, car number 66C. Sam McKenzie now, he's wasting no time whatsoever. He's moved himself up into 5th place. So through comes the race leader, Eddie France, still leading this one here. Then we go back to Hackett holding 2nd place. Westerman in 3rd. They're starting to pull away from the pack here. Sam McKenzie having a look on his club mate, Gavin Hurring, car number 66. Liam Gray, car number 72 there as well. He's trying to find a way through. Here to run here over the Christmas break. Another one of the rear-wheel drive Falcons. Laura Head's a nice move right up the inside of Cox there. Then she's got Bauer on the outside. Stevie Nicks, Stephen Nicholas, the man they call Socks, goes down the outside of Steve Clements, does it with ease. Oh, Liam Ballantyne into the wall down there in turn number 3, car number 27. Of course, he turns 20 in a few days, young Liam Ballantyne, but he won't want to be spending the old birthday money on car parts, believe me. Eddie Franz now with a comfortable lead. Through he comes. 6 to run here. Central Motor Speedway, race number 1 for the Aotea Production Saloon Cup. And it's Franz stretching the legs down the back straight. Westerman in 2nd place. Then we go back to Hackett. Kim Westerman chased down the man from Nelson out in front. He's got a handy lead, Eddie Franz. Westerman chasing hard though. Brian Wilson up ahead of them, car 7. Liam Gray in 4th place at the moment. So the track conditions for heat number 1 favouring the rear-wheel drive cars, even though they've got a front-wheel drive machine out in front. Those bigger rear-wheel drive Falcons looking pretty comfortable out there in this one. We've got 1 in 2nd, 1 in 4th. Sam McKenzie comes through, then Hurring, Heads, Bauer, Nicholas, Clements. Then we see Cox. Maya Johnson, car 23, your race leader, next in the queue. 3 to run here at Central Motor Speedway, heat number 1. Franz takes 51. Out wide, coming out of turn number 2. He's got about 3/4 of a straight length lead at the moment over James Westerman. Of course, this is a Placemakers group up against the Oakley's Bathroom Solution group here. Westerman, you can see Franz just exiting turn number 2 at the moment, but time starting to run out. The white flag is out. 2 corners to contend for Eddie Franz in car 51. He's going to do this one here with ease to take out a Heat 1 win here at Central Motor Speedway. Westerman, car number 28, comes home in 2nd place. And in 3rd, we're actually going to see Liam Gray, car number 72 from Greymouth, get up into 3rd place. So a nice drive from him to claim that 3rd spot. So that is heat number 1 taken out by Eddie Franz. Fastest lap of the race, 19.986 to Eddie Franz. Started from the 2nd row of the grid to take out race number 1. So Franz took that one there out. 3.5 seconds was the gap back to Westerman. James Westerman in 2nd place. Liam Gray in 3rd. Brent Hackett in 4th place ahead of Sam McKenzie in 5th. Laura Heads in 6th. Stephen Nicholas in 7th. Cam Bauer 8th. Gavin Hurring in 9th. And Stephen Clements rounding up your top 10. We'll be back in action very, very shortly, folks, here at Central Motor Speedway with the 2nd heat of the night for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship.
It doesn't matter how hard the job is, we suck it up and get it done. No matter how dirty our hands have to get, we suck it up and get it done. Suck it up, suck it up, suck it up. Out for suck's sake, suck it up, suck it up, suck it up. Out for suck's sake, suck it up.
Suck it up and get it done with suckitup.co.nz.
It's action for the whole family. With 23 tracks around New Zealand, there is no better way to spend your weekends than at a Speedway New Zealand track.
Here they come to the start-finish line again.
There's something for the whole family. Sprint cars, saloons, stock cars, sidecars, midgets and much, much more. Pack up the family and make a trip to adrenaline-filled, action-packed bashes and crashes that only Speedway can deliver. Visit www.speedway.co.nz to find out the track nearest to you. Speedway, it's our summer thing.
Righty, here with Heat 1 race winner 58C Richie Taylor. Looked a wee bit greasy out there, just had to get past Greg Johnson, then you're away in the clear.
Yeah, a little greasy at the start, but hey, that's you need that to get a good racetrack through the race. So, yep, we got a nice clean start and Greg ran us real clean, so yeah, good.
Obviously, a lot of people here have been asking, whereabouts is the gorge? Have you sold it? Is it in the shed? Whereabouts?
The mighty gorge is in Dunedin. It will return.
And as well, this car, new this season, has there been a different driving style that you've had to really set into, different to the gorge?
Not massively different, because we've been messing with this 4-bar stuff for 20 plus years, so we've been on it, forever. So it really is just a continuation. It's just another step in the path we're already on anyway. So no, it kind of just fitted straight in. The first night we ran it, we set quick time and won a race, and it's a beautiful car to drive and just real comfortable.
And as well, obviously sponsors on the car you want to thank.
Yeah, cylinder head specialists are awesome. Fairview Fiberglass, he doesn't have as much work as he used to. Edge Parts Performance have been awesome, and we just got a bunch of people that help us so much, and it's great.
Really good luck for the rest of the evening, and we've got Sam here, the dog as well, a real family affair in your crew, isn't it?
Yeah, Sam's running the operation, as you can see. He's in charge of everything, calls the shots, so yeah, we're all good.
Alrighty, good luck for the rest of the night, eh?
Start freaking out, put your pinky in his butt.
Alright, I guess this is the night bitches die.
Out on track at the moment, another two groups of action. Chris Cowling, the current New Zealand champion, he will start his CB2 machine from the front row of the grid alongside Alistair Lister, car 4 from Beachland Speedway in Dunedin. Sam Waddell will start from position 3 alongside Racing Ray Stewart from position 4. Kane Lawson, great to see them get that car sorted after the fire in qualifying. He starts from P5. Craig Cardwell, your 3NZ, starts from position 6. Gary Edwards starts car number 6 from position 7, and of course Hayden Mackay, car number 86, will start from grid position 8. Of course he's from Woodford Glen Speedway in Christchurch. So out on track we've got the VIP Structural Steel group up against the Stealth Engineering group. A big thanks of course to all the sponsors that make this event possible. Cannot do it without their help.
On the grid.
Craig Cardwell, 2 times 3NZ. It's great to see his father Tony in the pit area there before too. A 4-time, I think it is off the top of my head, New Zealand Super Saloon champion as well. Green flag about to drop. Second heat of the afternoon here for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship, and it's your 1NZ. Chris Cowling who leads him down into turns 1 and 2. Powers out of 2 nicely. Alistair Lister does well to hold back Sam Waddell. Waddell down low at the moment. Lister on his outside. They'll come round turns 3 and 4 here, side by side, and battle for that tight turn 1 and 2. Lawson, he's in a side-by-side battle at the moment with Ray Stewart as well. So not much change from the flag dropping as far as placings out there go at the moment. It's still Cowling who leads this one here. And Lister chasing hard. He's really starting to reel in the race leader, which is Cowling. Cowling just taking a couple of laps just to find his rhythm in this car. As he said to me before, he's only really had one decent run in this car. The other 2 runs that he had, he suffered a lot of damage. So he wasn't too sure how it was going to act here this weekend at Central Motor Speedway. So Ray Stewart, he's managed to shake off Kane Lawson. He's up to 4th place. Lawson in 5th. Then we go back to Cardwell, Mackay and Edwards. So through comes Cowling. Lister still chasing hard. Car 4 out of Beachland Speedway in Dunedin. 3rd place we see Sammy Waddell. Then we go back to Ray Stewart, Kane Lawson and Cardwell. Lister looking really good here. Holding 2nd place. Cowling not really getting too much of a break on him at the moment. Half a dozen car lengths, but Lister seems to close it up down here in turns number 3 and 4. They come through once more. The VIP Structural Steel group, the Stealth Engineering group. And it's Cowling leading this one here, your current New Zealand champion. He would dearly love to go back to back. His father's been a New Zealand Super Saloon champion. His brother Steve's been a New Zealand Super Saloon champion. Chris was the last to grab it, and he would dearly love to do it 2 times in a row. A multi-time New Zealand Saloon champion. And he's in control of this one here at the moment. He's just managing that lead that he's got. Lister still holding second place. Sam Waddell starting to close that gap down a wee bit as well. Kane Lawson makes a nice move down the inside of Ray Stewart. That's for position 4, so a nice move there by Kane. Cardwell, he's looking interested in this one here now as well. He has a wee look on the inside of Ray Stewart, but Ray Stewart shuts the door pretty smartly. Stewart just seems to be struggling here a wee bit at the moment with car setup, and it's allowing cars to challenge for position. Race leader goes through. Cowling, Lister, Waddell. Then we're going to see Lawson, Ray Stewart, Craig Cardwell, Mackay and Edwards. They're having a good battle at the tail of this field as well. White flag comes out. There's one more to go. And it's Cowling. Down into 1 and 2. Powers out of 2 nicely. He's comfortably in the lead of this one here. The reigning New Zealand champion. He's going to bank maximum points here in heat number 1. It's going to go the way of Cowling. A nice drive by Lister in second place. Car 4 and car 18. Sam Waddell brings car 18 home in 3rd place. So Chris Cowling, car 1. Claims top spot here in the second race for Super Saloons at Central Motor Speedway. Cowling takes it out 1.7 seconds over Alistair Lister. Sam Waddell in 3rd, Kane Lawson in 4th. A nice drive by Lawson. Then we go back to Ray Stewart, Craig Cardwell in 6th, Hayden Mackay 7th, and Gary Edwards rounds up at 8th place. Alrighty folks, the Fresh Choice Cromwell Aotea Production Saloon Cup. We'll take a look at your grids. We've got Denniston from Dunedin, car number 95 starting from pole. On his outside we see Glover, car number 89 from P2. Liam Greer starts car number, Lucy Greer, starts car 13 from position 3. Sam Martin, car number 14 on her outside.
Single file until we let you know, please, drivers. Stay single file until we let you know, please.
Alistair Green, car number 47, starts from position 5. Then we go back to Almas from Wanganui, car number 86 from position 6. Ricky Pilley starts car 94 from grid position 7th. On P8 we see Daniel Tom, car number 78 from Beachland Speedway in Dunedin. Next row, Clark, car number 21 from Greymouth. Then Count, car number 48 in grid position 10. Matt Sherlock Bailey, car number 85 out of Christchurch in P11. Aaron Reid, car 16 from Riverside in grid position 12. Bennett starts car 5 from grid position 13. Aaron Brooklyn, car 33 from Dunedin, position 14. And car number 21, Fitzgibbon, out of Central Motor Speedway, starts his Subaru in grid position 15. This is the Not Just Plumbing Limited Group. Green flag should drop this time around. Cody Denniston on the inside. Glover on the outside in car number 89. They battle down to turns 1 and 2. Watch for Martin, the Repco Falcon, to try and make a move on the outside. He's up to second place already. Aaron Brooklyn, the man we spoke about before, started at the back of the field. He's now up to 3rd place. So he's really made a big move in the first corner of this race. He's backed himself to go wide, and it's really paying dividends. He's up to 3rd place at the moment. Just in behind his clubmate Cody Denniston. Sam Martin there, car number 14, slides out of turn number 2. Matt Bailey not wasting any time either. He's up to 3rd place early in this one here as well, so he started well down the field, so he's worked his way through up to 3rd place. So a good start from him in what will be one of the harder grids for him, starting from the tail of the field. So Bailey now having a look down the inside of Brooklyn, side by side. Both of those cars started well down the field. Brooklyn manages to cover. Lucy Greer now, she's starting to reel in Cody Denniston. Car number 86 just heading past the control tower there at the moment. Here comes Sam Martin. It's obviously an issue there for that car from Wanganui. Car number 86, Sam Martin chucks the big Falcon in sideways. Pressure on him at the moment though, those two little nimble front wheel drive machines, the Mitsubishi of Bailey on the inside, the Mazda of Brooklyn on the outside. They're pressuring Sam Martin now for the lead of this race. The Fresh Choice Cromwell Aotea Production Saloon Cup, heat number 2. Bailey looks interested on the inside. Sam Martin tries to cover. He's got Brooklyn on his outside. Doesn't matter where he goes, he's being attacked in this one here. We're almost 3 cars wide as they come out of turn number 2. Brooklyn gets a run. Thought he might have got to the outside of Sam Martin. Fairly busy back in the pack at the moment. Kelp trying to find his way through. Greer and Glover battling it out. Ricky Pilley there as well. Martin still just managing to hang on to the lead of this one here. He's really being attacked. Aaron Reid, issues for him. Car 16 looks like he's just limping around on the pole line there at the moment. Collect whatever points are on offer. That car, we just hope it doesn't come to a standstill and of course cause a caution here. So Brooklyn was looking for a way down the outside of Bailey. Bailey shut the door on him. They're still chasing Sam Martin. So we got the Australian-made machine out front. Couple of wee jappers right on his tail. So Aaron Reid is going to stop car 16 down between turns 1 and 2. And I do believe this here may well bring out a caution. We'll wait and see what happens. The white flag is out for Sam Martin. Martin goes through. They may keep Reid there. Bailey with another look down the inside of Martin. Can't get it done. It's opened the door for Brooklyn to have a sniff down the inside. They're side by side into turns 3 and 4. It is still Sam Martin just out in front at the moment. Martin's going to do enough to get home. We'll wait and see what the results are for second place. I'm not sure whether it was Brooklyn or whether it was Matt Bailey. We'll wait and see what the results look like when they do pop up. But a nice drive by Sam Martin to keep those cars behind him. The battle that they had with each other, I think, sort of played in his favour a wee bit as far as keeping them away. So we'll wait and see what the results are here. Of course, these are unofficial results. So Sam Martin took that one there out. 33. Aaron Brooklyn in second place by the looks of that one there. And Matt Sherlock Bailey from Christchurch in third place. And we go back to Andrew Bennett, car number 5, Ian Clark in car 21. Alistair Green in the 47, Tyler Kelp 48. Lucy Greer in 8th place, Ricky Pilley in 9th. Rounding up your top 10, Cody Denniston, the man who started from the front row of the grid, car number 95 out of Beachlands Speedway. So that was the second race of the Aotea Production Saloon Cup, brought to you by Fresh Choice Cromwell. The groups you see out there, the Not Just Plumbing Group, and of course the B&T Hiab Crane Services Group for their second race. Coming up next, heat number 3 of the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship right here at Central Motor Speedway.
At Wholesale Tyres in Whakatane.
Need truck tyres? Wholesale Tyres. Good tyres, better prices, great people. Anderton Decorators are a long-established Canterbury company covering the whole of the South Island who love to support their local community. If you require expert advice from design to application, then Shane has the expert team to ensure your next project is hassle-free with a professional finish. Floor to ceilings, walls to roof, inside, outside, commercial or residential. Let our team take the hassle out of your decorating. Give us a call now on 027 Painting. That's 027 724 6846. Anderton Decorators, we have you covered.
Rightio race fans, Heat 2, second place car, the 4D of Alistair Lister. The Torsians, they can keep up with the 4 bars and Chris Cowling, eh?
Oh, 100%. There's been a lot of talk about it, and it's really good to see here today in the hot laps and in the first couple of heats, torsion bar cars mixing it, with these guys. So, yeah, pretty cool to see.
You've been having a pretty good season. Obviously, won the Deb the Webster Super Cup feature race down in Invercargill. And has that just been progressing through last year and this year, trying to get better and more comfortable in the car?
Yeah, exactly. We started with had this car built last year, so it was our first season with it, and we struggled with it a wee bit for a start. It was quite different to my old car, but slowly coming to grips with it, getting some setups and getting the driver in the right groove, driving the thing properly. So,
had your front place grid in that one, so you got a middle and a back coming up, so the goal is just to pass some more cars?
Yep, the work's to be done. You got to, in an event like this, you got to make the most of those front draws. So pretty pleased to be able to do that, especially with guys of the calibre of Chris and Sam around you. That's pretty neat. So yeah, bring on the rest of it.
And obviously sponsors on the car you want to thank as well as crew.
Yep, so we've got Red Run Fabrication, Lister Helicopters, Hypermac Racing, MV Motorsports, and my crew, Nadine, my wife, and my two sons, Ben and Josh.
Alrighty, good luck for the rest of the night, eh? Hopefully talk to you again, eh?
Thanks very much. Cheers.
In grid position 1, on his outside, we will see Steve Cowling, former national champion, car number 37, start from PT. Bodie Abrahamson will start car number 49 from grid position 3, alongside Ewan Shearing of Central Motor Speedway, car 69 in position 4. Trevor Elliott starts car 27 from position 5. Mark Osborne, car 16 from Christchurch on his outside. Ryan Marsden, also from Christchurch, the Love Lady chassis, will start from P7. And Ricky Bolton, the Pro X, will start from P8, car number 861 out of Beachland Speedway in Dunedin. 12 laps of action. Heat number 3 for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship right here at Central Motor Speedway. Green flag drops. Beautiful start by Cowling. Gets a nice run down to turns 1 and 2. Hayward has a look on the inside. Ewan Sheeran there, a bit bouncy down the back straight. He's got Bodie Abrahamson down on his inside. Of course, Abrahamson full of confidence here at the moment. He poked out some great results over the Christmas period. He's got Mark Osborne up the inside of him. So car 16, the Stealth, out of Christchurch, looking pretty racy in the early stages of this one here. As we mentioned before, that car there has not turned a wheel on a clay track until today. He's a 3-time New Zealand Super Saloon champion, Mark Osborne. He finds himself now up into second place. Can he chase down Steve Cowling, another former national champion? So through comes Cowling. Osborne. Oh, Abrahamson's going to loop it here. There's contact between Abrahamson and Hayward. Could have been worse than what it was. All those cars managing to continue on. Hayward, though, has gone out and clipped the wall there on turn number 2. Manages to get going. It's whether or not he can make it down to the infield or whether or not he can continue on in this one here. In fact, the yellows have come on.
Gate 61, 54 behind gate 61. You're all good, you're all good.
So they just file past the control tower now. So Abrahamson has gone to the back of the field. I actually do like when they make that call on track and get on with it.
Maintain their pace all the way. Excellent turn.
So Cowling leads them down the back straight. Osborne in behind him. Then Hayward. Shearing, Elliott, Bolton, Marsden, Abrahamson. Green flag about to drop here. Heat number 3. Osborne just looked a little bit unsettled coming out of turn number 4 there when he accelerated. It's allowed Cowling to cruise off to about a 3-car length lead. Heads down into turns 3 and 4 here at Central Motor Speedway. So through comes Cowling, car 37 from Bay Park Speedway. Osborne still holding second. Bodie Abrahamson hasn't picked up any spots in the first lap. He has a look down the inside of Ryan Marsden, manages to get the job done there. Tucks in behind Trevor Elliott. Here these cars revving right on their limits as they come down the main straight here at Central Motor Speedway. Marsden just looking out of sorts down there. Car number 54 manages to get going once more. So through comes Cowling. 9 laps to run here. Osborne chasing as hard as he can. That car there will still feel very, very foreign to Mark Osborne. That's what he said between races today. He said he's built a heap of these cars. He hasn't driven many, but he's really starting to shorten up the odds here with Steve Cowling. They're the two breakaway cars in this one. Scott Hayward still doing a great job in third place. Then we go back to Ricky Bolton, Trevor Elliott, Ewan Shearing, Bodie Abrahamson and Ryan Marsden. Osborne, plenty of encouragement there for him to have a bit of a look. He's right in behind Cowling. Around they come through turns number 3 and 4. He's chasing hard. Cowling though just sitting car 37 right in the middle of turn 1 and 2. He's making Osborne have to work for this one here. He's got the smarts. He knows where to poke that car to make Osborne have to work for position. Distance back to 3rd and 4th place at the moment. Hayward and Bolton. Bolton come from well down in the pack as well. In fact, he almost looped it right on cue down there between 1 and 2, which has given Hayward a couple of valuable car lengths. The race leaders come through. The white flag is out. One more to run here for Cowling. Osborne had one last look, but he's not close enough to attack. Bolton again right on the tailpipe there of Hayward, but it's going to be the 37 of Cowling who'll take this one here out ahead of Mark Osborne. He'll be pretty happy with a second place finish in the first race of that brand new car. Hayward home in 3rd place ahead of Bolton, but a great battle up front there.
Yellow.
Your race winner Steve Cowling takes this one here out. Mark Osborne in 2nd place. Then we go back to Hayward in 3rd, Ricky Bolton in 4th. Trevor Elliott home in 5th place ahead of Bodie Abrahamson, Ewan Shearing and Ryan Marsden. That is heat number 3, done and dusted here at Central Motor Speedway. The Southern Lakes ITM Group and the Riverlands Holiday Park Group. We'll be back with some more production saloon action next at Central Motor Speedway. Stephen Hill, car number 38 from Riverside. The Big EL Falcon will start from grid position 2. Blake Murdoch, car number 32 from position 3. Dave McKenzie will start his Peugeot from grid position 4. Fidu Taiwa, the Warrior, car number 616 will start from grid position 5. Martin will start car number 17 from Greymouth out of grid position 6. Vaughan Fairburn, he won everything there was to win here over the Christmas break in car 17. He starts from 7th. Avid Erskine, a name that goes back to the 80s and 90s. From Cromwell, car number 18 starts from grid position 8. Grid position 9, Blake Hamilton, car number 72. Vaughan Cornelius starts car number 12 from Nelson out of grid position 10. James Wood starts 804 from position 11th. Alex Crosby starts car number 41 from position 12. Jaggard starts car number 48 from Wanganui from grid position 13. And Johnson, car number 27, starts position 14, car number 27. That is your grids for this race. Just noticed young Alex Crosby out on track. Of course, he was running 6 shooters here over the Christmas break. He is a 2-time New Zealand Formula 4 champion. He's done a couple of meetings in production saloons when he left youth saloons, so this will be a whole new kettle of fish for the young bloke. The Fresh Choice Cromwell Aotea Production Saloon Cup. Green flag drops, we go racing at a nice start for car number 38. Out of Riverside Speedway, Stephen Hill powers off down the back straight. The wee Peugeot, Dave McKenzie chasing hard. Yeah, I did think that was going to happen. The orange lights have come on. They'll re-grid these cars up. I think that the 38 machine of Hill might have got a wee bit excited there at the start of that one. It was all pretty untidy. You could hear a lot of cars revving and a lot of cars not. So some of them weren't too confident that there was a happening thing. So they go down the back straight. Hill on the outside. Steve Brown on the inside. Green flag will drop for the second time around. A restart here, a big jump on the inside by Fetu Taiwa. Of course, we'd usually see him in a sprint car here at Central Motor Speedway. So Taiwa, car number 99. Avon Erskine off to a flying start in this one here as well. He's gone right round the outside of Blake Murdoch and he's chasing the race leader, Stephen Hill, car number 38. So Erskine now leads this one here. Vaughan Cornelius trying to find a way through. He's in car number 12 out of Nelson Speedway. Another very, very competitive driver. Blake Hamilton there, car number 72, the shake and bake machine out of Riverside Speedway, trying to find a way through as well. He's been caught up behind Hill in the Big Falcon. So Murdoch's up to second place, Cornelius behind him. Alex Crosby's done well in this one here. He's just up ahead of Vaughan Fairburn in car number 17. But your race leader, runaway race leader, Avon Erskine out in front of this one here. Hasn't managed to pick himself up a race win on his return. Oh, there's going to be big contact on the main straight here between Hill and the 17 machine out of Greymouth. Both managed to keep going. In fact, Stephen Hill is going to head infield. In fact, so is car 17 as well. So both of them heading infield and taking no further part in this race. So Erskine now almost a straight length is the lead at the moment. Through comes Erskine, car number 18 from Central Motor Speedway. He's doing it easy here. Bit of a Friday night cruise for the race leader. Cornelius still holding second place. Then we go back to Hamilton, Murdoch, the 41 of Crosby, Vaughan Fairburn, Alina Johnson, car number 27 from Beachland Speedway. She's doing well too. She's not too far away from that lead pack. Then Ray Jaggard, Fetu Taiwa right there as well. So Erskine, he can see lap traffic up in front of him. Car number 18 as he goes down to turns 3 and 4. That's car 18 out of Riverside Speedway. Stephen Brown just up ahead of the leader. Dave McKenzie there too. James Woods, I thought he may have been a little bit more competitive in this one here. Very, very quick car, but he's well down in the pack at the moment. Dave McKenzie comes through. Race leader Avon Erskine ducks to the outside. He's starting to lap cars here now. He's got a comfortable lead over Cornelius. He comes out of turn 2. Cornelius just coming into turn 2. That battle between Hamilton, Crosby and Fairburn, pretty intense there at the moment. Crosby's done well considering this is his first ever race in this car, car number 41. This young bloke actually spent some time overseas testing and training with Ferrari. That's how good this kid is. Fresh out of youth saloons last season. He's currently down in 4th place at the moment. So Avon Erskine now, he's got James Woods just up in front of him. The Fresh Choice Cromwell sponsored machine. Fetu Taiwa there. He's got issues with car number 99. He's just coasting around here at the moment. The white flag comes out. Checkered drops. It's Avon Erskine who takes this one here out. A nice drive on his return to competitive speedway racing. So Avon Erskine takes it out. Vaughan Cornelius, car number 12 in 2nd place. Then we go back to Blake Murdoch, car number 72, rounds up your top 3. We'll take a look at those results. 3.8 seconds, the gap between first and second. So Avon Erskine takes it out over Cornelius. Hamilton in 3rd place. Then we went back to Alex Crosby, was actually in 4th place ahead of Vaughan Fairburn, Ray Jaggard, Blake Murdoch, Alina Johnson, James Wood, Dave McKenzie and Steve Brown. That's your top 10 here in the Fresh Choice Cromwell Production Saloon, Aotea Production Saloon Cup. Daniel Rolton there just trying to hunt out the leader to give him the checkered flag. Of course, that there was the McDonough Contracting Group and the Versatile Group. Coming up next, folks, Youth Saloons on track for 8 laps of action here at Central Motor Speedway.
Radio race fans, we're here with Heat 3 second place, the 16C of Mark Osborne. 3 weeks ago, We saw you on your roof. This time you're finishing second in a Super Saloon Championship race. You must be pretty stoked with that turnaround.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it was pretty unlucky to roll Malcolm's car the other week just to get a meeting under my belt, actually, to do this meeting. But yeah, that car's... It'll come out. It's getting fixed at the moment, so it'll come out pretty good. But yeah, no, new car feels good. Pretty happy. So pretty good motor, pretty good chassis. So yeah, no, it's all going good. So.
Made some early passes in that race. Was that kind of the key going forward in that one as this track started to slicken off?
Yeah, it was. We knew it was going to slick off.
Grid draw for that one, so you got your front and your back coming up potentially a wee bit later on in the evening. So just passing cars, that's going to be the main goal, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. You know, it's all towards the feature. So it's like just try and bank as many points as we can now. And yes, out of trouble, and yeah, hopefully we can be near the front come the 34 tomorrow. So.
And obviously sponsors and crew you want to thank?
Oh, I've got heaps, mate. I forget who they are, but yeah, I've got plenty of sponsors, and I appreciate all their help. You know, and all my crew. So.
Alrighty, good luck for the rest of the evening, eh, man?
Yeah, thanks. Cheers.
Of course, Amy Burson out there, daughter of Ian Burson, who's running the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship here. The car done up with a very similar livery. Should get a start of this time around. The green flag awaits as we go racing. 8 laps of action for youth mini stocks here tonight at Central Motor Speedway. And it's McIntyre that leads them down into turns 1 and 2. Brooke Marshall, she was a big improver over the holiday period here. She got plenty of racing under her belt. And it's big contact down the back straight. I was just talking about how great Brooke had been going. And she got a bit of a serve there down the back straight. So I'd imagine that there will come under the watchful eye of the Speedway New Zealand officials. Car number 3, 2, 1, Kaylin Keith, looking pretty racy here at the moment. Started well down the field. Now up into second place. All the elbows are out again. This is Burson, who decided to rotate car number 51, which is Cooper Wayland Franz down there in turn number 2. And I would imagine we will have the yellow flag here. And the Speedway New Zealand might just have a wee word in their ear. Just to, hey, calm it down a little bit, folks.
Stay low at turn 2.
Jackson Dacomb, he's done well on this one too. He started at the tail of the field. He's moved his way up into 6th place. Green flag drops. Jeff Coe with a bit of a look down the inside of the high side construction. Car number 12 of McIntyre. She looks like she may have got the job done here, but McIntyre gets a nice run right around the outside. Starts to pull away from Jeff Coe. Just when it looked like he was going to fall back, he got the power on at the right time. Got away from the opposition. So through comes McIntyre. Keith and Jeff Coe. They're having a great battle for second and third. Here's Dacomb starting to work his way through here now as well. So he's picked up a couple of spots at the start of this one. Then we go back to Lucy Scott, second generation racer, of course, daughter of Jason Scott. Sprint car racer here at Central Motor Speedway. So Lucy certainly chasing this group hard. Kaylin Keith now down the inside of Jeff Coe. Dacomb trying to find a way through there as well. Great livery on that car. Of course, a pretty much carbon copy of the livery you'll see on Kane Lawson's car 6 in the Super Saloons. McIntyre comes through. Comfortable lead at the moment. Kaylin Keith chasing in second place. Dacomb looking for a way down the inside of Leela. Jeff Coe, they're down between 1 and 2. Just takes her a little bit wide. Gets the job done though. Nice drive so far also for 132 Hunter Elliott Cross. He's moved from the tail of the field to be right up behind Lucy Scott in this one here. Trouble out there for Jess Evans as well. Car number 33 in all sorts of trouble. She's going to stop down there in turn number 3. So this is going to bring out a yellow. Manages to crank it back up and get going again, but it's still, the yellow's been put out. So we will regrid. Get going again, only a handful of laps to run in this one here. The first race of the night for youth mini stocks here.
12C, 321C, 423C.
So Kaylin Keith is going to get right up on the back bumper now of McIntyre. McIntyre hasn't put a foot wrong in this one here. He's looked pretty racy.
12 22C, 21N.
Also good to see young Patience Cooper out on track as well. Car number 93. She had a bit of a tumble at Zealand Speedway over the Christmas break. A rollover there. Suffered a bit of damage to the car. So her first time back behind the wheel since that incident.
Behind full on 5.
Good to see.
Behind full on 5.
Aotea Cross looking pretty racy in this one here. Currently in 6th place on the Mentor program. I'd imagine that wee flag on the back won't be on that car for too much longer. McClinmont just behind Aotea Cross. Then we go back to Burson, Craig, Cooper, Evans and Ballantyne. So McIntyre and Keith race off at the front of this one here. Jackson Dacomb in 3rd place. Then we go back to Jeffcoat. A nice start there by Scott. She's having a look at the moment on the outside of Aotea Cross. Manages to get right round the outside there. McClumont now up the inside of Burson as they sail off down the back straight. McIntyre, you can just see the back end of that car starting to twitch around turns 3 and 4. He's getting a bit of pressure on him at the moment. The Magan Turbo machine of Jackson Dacomb starting to put pressure on both Keith and McIntyre. Down the back straight. It's a battle for the top 3, then 4th, 5th and 6th. They're 3 wide down here into turns 3 and 4 as well. This is great racing here in the youth saloons. Their first race of the night here at Central Motor Speedway. Caelan Keith putting plenty of pressure on the race leader McIntyre. Here comes Jackson Dacomb. He's on the wall. You can see him bounce off it down the back straight. Currently holding 3rd place. White flag will come out. One more to run here for the youth mini stocks. McIntyre, can he hold off? Caelan Keith. Keith with a big look on the inside. McIntyre's gone high and wide. They're side by side. Coming out of 2. Caelan Keith gets a job done. In fact, McIntyre, he's kept the door open. And Jackson Dacomb has come through as well. And it's going to be Keith who takes this one here out. The 3-2-1 machine. Pretty sure McIntyre got home for 2nd place. Ahead of Dacomb, but what a race up front. Keith kept the pressure on the whole time. In fact, Jackson Dacomb did get home in 2nd place. According to our timing, McIntyre in 3rd, Hunter Aotea Cross on the Mentor program up to 4th. Leela Jeffcoat in 5th, Lucy Scott 6th, Oscar McClumont in 7th place, Byron Craig in 8th, Jess Evans in 9th, and Amy Burson rounds up your top 10. That is Youth Mini Stocks, heat number 1 here at Central Motor Speedway. We'll be back shortly, folks, with another round of racing for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. Alrighty folks, welcome back to Central Motor Speedway. Beautiful night here, Friday night in Cromwell. Great crowd rolled in here as well to take in the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. We're going to see Hayden Mackay start from grid position 1, car number 86, Malcolm Natai on his outside. It's an all Christchurch front row here in Cromwell. Then we go back to Craig Cardwell. Your 3NZ starts from grid position 3 alongside Benji Snedden from Kiki Speedway starting from grid position 4. Grid position 5, Sam Waddell starts car 18 alongside Ian Burson, car number 21 from Nelson. Richie Taylor, your Heat 1 winner, starts car number 58 from P7. And Kane Lawson starts car 6 from position 8. This is the Lucinda Dixon Lab Realty Group up against the VIP Structural Steel Group. 12 laps of action. Heat number 4 for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. He was impressive in his first heat. Fell back early in the race, but he certainly got into a rhythm, got himself up to third place in that heat. Watch for Richie Taylor, Heat 1 winner. This is where he needs to bag his points with his worst grid start. Green flag drops, heat number 4 of the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. And it's Malcolm Natai leads him down into turns 1 and 2. Mackay with a look down the inside. Then we go back to Snedden. He got that little bit of damage in his first race. Cardwell with a nice move right up the inside of Snedden. Sam Waddell, he follows him through. So Waddell on the back of Cardwell. They've had some great battles in Super Saloons over the years. Burson trying to find a way down the inside of Snedden, can't do it. Sam Waddell now threatening. Cardwell's gone a little bit high, a little bit wide. Pulls car 3 up, which allows Sam Waddell to sneak on through. So Natai still leading this one here. Then we go back to Mackay. Car number 86 out of Woodford Glen Speedway in Christchurch. Waddell chasing hard. Mackay a little bit high, a little bit wide. Sam Waddell says thanks for the invite, sneaks on through. So the North Island champion now up into second place. Can he chase down Malcolm Natai? Benji Snedden still putting a ton of pressure on the back of Cardwell. Then we go back to Richie Taylor. So Taylor's picked up a couple of spots in this one here. He's ahead of Burson and Kane Lawson in car number 6. A long way to go in this one here, folks. Natai comfortable out front. Car 19. The Suck It Up machine out of Christchurch. Clear air in front of him. It's always a luxury, that clear air. But Sam Waddell is chasing as hard as he can. Of course, Waddell last time out, a solid third place. Natai, Waddell, Mackay, Cardwell trying to apply as much pressure on him as he can, but he needs to be careful because Snedden's right there. So's Richie Taylor. Then we go back to Burson and Kane Lawson, race leader through once more. Malcolm Natai, a 17.008. In fact, he just clocked a 16.8 that time around. So he's not messing about, Malcolm Natai. Around turns 3 and 4 here at Central Motor Speedway. He's keeping Sam Waddell at bay at the moment. Waddell looks fast on the entry to turns 1 and 2, but Natai seems to stretch the legs out of 2. Mackay still holding on. There's a bit of a spin at the back of this field. That's Kane Lawson down there between turns 1 and 2. Manages to get back on track. Cardwell now. He's been pushed wide here. Snedden's managed to stick the nose down the inside and grab that position. Those cars struggling to see anything as they come down turn 2. That dust cloud created by Kane Lawson. Still Natai at the front of this one here. Then we go back to Sam Waddell. Cardwell, he's managed to get up now to third place, so he's jumped through that dust cloud. He's taken advantage of it. The white flag comes out. One more lap to run. Heat number 4. The Lucinda Dixon Lab Realty Group, the VIP Structural Steel Group, and Natai powers out of turn number 2. He's got this one here under control at the moment. And it's going to be Malcolm Natai who'll take out this one here ahead of Sam Waddell in second place. We should see Cardwell. A nice drive by Cardwell at the conclusion of that one there, getting himself home in third place. He had to fight for it.
Yellow.
Very, very dusty out there at the moment. Natai takes this one here out. 0.481 of a second over Sam Waddell. Craig Cardwell in third place. Then we go back to Hayden Mackay in 4th, Benji Snedden in 5th, Richie Taylor in 6th place, Ian Burson in 7th, and Kane Lawson, of course, he had that spin midway through that one there. He comes home at the tail of the field. Congratulations, Malcolm Natai, your winner of heat number 4 here at Central Motor Speedway. G'day folks, welcome back to Central Motor Speedway here in Cromwell. We have the Fresh Choice Cromwell Aotea Production Saloon Cup. We see the Placemakers group versus the Not Just Plumbing group. 10 laps of action. Eddie Franz will start this one here from position 1. Of course, he had a win first time out. Reed starts on his outside car 16. That's if he got back on track. Doesn't look like he has. There'll be a spare box there. Then we go back to Wilson, car number 7P3. Cam Bauer starts car 99 from grid position 4. Sam Martin starts car number 14 from Blenheim in grid position 5. On his outside, we see Alma's car number 86 from Wanganui in P6. Denniston starts car number 95 from P7. Ricky Pilley starts car number 94 from grid position 8. Then we go back to Clark from Greymouth, car number 21 from position 9. Laura Heads, car number 64 from Central Motor Speedway, position 10. Liam Ballantyne, car 27 from P11. And Brett Hackett, car number 434 from Wanganui, P12. So pretty clean first round for these drivers. In fact, a couple more cars just popped up. Aaron Brooklyn, car 33 from Dunedin, P13. Stephen Clements, car 25 from Riverside Speedway, starts P14. Sits out for Eddie Franz. He won heat number 1 for Production Saloons. He starts from the front row of the grid. For race 2, gets off to an absolute flyer. Sam Martin follows through. Gets down the inside of Cam Bauer. A little bit of congestion down there. Aaron Brooklyn trying to find a way through. He ducks in behind Clark. He's the man, of course, we've seen parked up on the main straight before. Brian Wilson getting swallowed up down there into turn number 3. He falls to the tail of this pack. But out in front, it is still Eddie Franz, the wee Mazda Demio, I believe that car is. Powers out of turn number 2. Sam Martin, big rear wheel drive. BA Falcon giving chase. Then we go back to Clark, Brooklyn. Ricky Pilley trying to find a way down the inside of Steve Clements. Then we go back to Hackett. Laura Heads. But Eddie Franz at the moment. Casual Friday night cruise at the front of this pack. He did it in heat number 1. He's looking comfortable at the moment, car 51. Sam Martin giving chase. And we go back to Ian Clark. Aaron Brooklyn. Brooklyn high and wide as he came into turn 1 there. It was a very, very late entry for him. He stuck right out on that wall. He's looking for grip here at the moment. He's out wide between turns 3 and 4, trying to get a run round the outside of Clark. He's in 4th place at the moment, challenging for 3rd. As they come past the control tower. Brooklyn's certainly looking racy. Goes out wide once more. Ricky Pilley now with another look down the inside of Steve Clements. Hackett to the outside. Clements, a little bit of contact there between both Clements and Hackett. Laura Head, she's right amongst this battle as well. She'll be watching all of this unfold in front of her. Race leader comes on through. Eddie Franz gets down the inside of Ballantyne in car number 27. Powers off down the back straight. Sam Martin still holding 2nd place at the moment. Brooklyn goes to the outside of Ballantyne. Ian Clark on his inside, so he's managed to get that place. He's now up into 3rd place, Brooklyn. Sits high and wide once more. Should get a nice run out of turn number 2. Can he chase down Sam Martin? Ballantyne goes to the infield. Laps start to count down here with the Placemakers group and the Not Just Plumbing group. Eddie Franz goes to the outside of Hackett. In fact, there's Chelsea Almas. He goes to the outside of the 2nd of the Wanganui cars. Big trek, of course, south for those cars. We appreciate them coming down and being a part of this meeting. So Franz now tucks in behind Brian Wilson from Beachland Speedway. Ian Clark certainly not giving up a fight here. He's still chasing Aaron Brooklyn. Brooklyn got the move made. Sam McKenzie, he can't shake Brooklyn either. White flag should come out this time around. Eddie Franz in total control of his 2nd heat of the night. Through he comes. Perfect points so far for Eddie Franz. He's going to add to his race 1 win. About a half a straight length the lead at the moment as he heads down into turn 3 and 4. And it's going to be Franz from Nelson. Peter Perfect so far here tonight. Sam Martin home in second place. Ahead of Aaron Brooklyn, another nice drive by Brooklyn to secure third. All the big point scorers from round number 1 scoring big in round number 2 as well. Eddie Franz takes this one here out. A comfortable win. 2.1 seconds over Sam Martin. Aaron Brooklyn in third place, and we go back to Ian Clark in fourth. Brent Hackett in fifth place. Ricky Pilley in sixth, also set the fastest lap of the race. Laura Heads in seventh. Steve Clements in eighth place. Chelsea Almers in ninth. Rounding up your top 10, Brian Wilson, car number 7. That there is the Placemakers group and the Not Just Plumbing group, all part of the Aotea Production Saloon Cup here at Central Motor Speedway.
Rightio race fans, here with Heat 4 race winner Malcolm Nartai. She's a wee bit dusty out there. Was it hard to see in that race?
Yeah, it wasn't bad up until the car that spun on the infield and threw it all over the track, and I just come up to it and I thought, well, I can't let off, so had to drive on through and hope by hell there was no one on the other side of it.
Obviously had your front grid draw that one. You needed to get that race win, didn't you?
Yeah, it was grid 2, so I went up 1, so that's good, and we went up to 4 from the first one from grid 7, so yeah, we're moving forward slowly.
Obviously the difference last weekend, you're racing your super stock, this weekend the Super Saloon. Is there much change in the way you have to drive these things?
Yeah, these guys whinge a wee bit if you rub them, but the stock car boys love it. So the guys are pretty good though. We can do a bit of rubbing and they don't get upset, but they don't like too much argy-bargy.
Obviously getting used to the Super Saloon class, you're looking much faster, much more composed out there.
Yeah, no, really enjoying it, and I used to watch those guys like Bunter Pearce and that, and they'd just give each other this Taranaki slap and get away with it, but the old referees have been on my case a bit, so I had to back out of it.
Obviously sponsors on the car you want to thank?
Yeah, Wymac Garage, Challenge Garage, and Brian FM, obviously my company, and Elite Wheels, and I've got several other companies that you'd have to check on my website. Can't think of them all now, but thanks to all the ones that come forward, and and a big one, Smith Cranes. They've been really amazing getting us up and down the country for the last 2 years, so thanks to Mark there at Smith Cranes and Construction. Yeah, really big help to us getting up and down the country.
Alrighty, good luck for the rest of the evening. Hopefully talk to you a wee bit later, eh?
Yeah, bit of luck, yeah.
So out on track at the moment, the Debbie, the Webster group and the Riverlands Holiday Park group out on track. So Ryan Marsden leads them out, car number 54 from Christchurch. Matt Green on his outside, the Love Lady Mustang. So it's an all Mustang front row. Ewan Shearing starts car number 69 from P3. Wayne Balk in the Insane Chassis, car number 32, starts from grid position 4. Bodie Abrahamson starts car number 49 from P5. Greg Johnson on his outside, he was impressive in Heat 1, he's in P6. Shane McIntyre in P7, car 26. Scott Hayward, car number 92, a solid third placing for him in Heat 1. He starts from grid position 8. New Zealand Super Saloon Championship, Heat 5. And Green gets off to a good start, goes right around the outside of Marsden, so a nice start there by Green. Balcock caught up in behind Marsden, so's Johnson. So Hayward, he's actually been the benefactor of this here. He's up to 4th place at the moment, but Abrahamson with a nice move. In fact, it's actually Johnson with a nice move up the inside there of Hayward. They're side by side, down into 1 and 2. Ewan Shearing just up ahead of them. The Aparima Tavern sponsored car 69 at a Central Motor Speedway, currently in 3rd place. Little bit of contact down there in 3 and 4. Nothing in it though whatsoever. Matt Green, car 59. Couple of car lengths at the moment from the field. Shearing up into 2nd place. Hayward now down the outside of Johnson. Ryan Marsden, nice move by Marsden on the outside there of Ewan Shearing. They're side by side around turns 3 and 4. Shearing now with a big lunge down the inside of Green. I thought he was going to go right down the inside there. Marsden thought about it as well. Scott Hayward really working his way up into this battle as well at the front of the field. The whole field condensed at the moment. We'll take a look at your race order. We've got Green, Shearing. Here comes Shearing with another lunge. Marsden, Hayward. Then we go back to Johnson, Abrahamson, McIntyre and Balk. Oh, almost contact down there going into 3. We have a new race leader, of course. That's Ewan Shearing. Hayward, he took advantage of that as well. Shot right down the inside there. Marsden still holding 3rd place. Matt Green, he's fallen down the order, currently in 4th place. He's under pressure at the moment from both Johnson and Abrahamson. McIntyre still trying to find a way through. Belt behind him. Certainly some great battles throughout this race so far, but out front, it's one of the locals. It's Ewan Shearing, car 69, who leads Heat 5 of the New Zealand New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. Hayward measures Shearing. They both get a run out of turn number 2. Shearing just sitting down low at the moment. Hayward, he's got a run on the outside. Can he get any sort of assistance out there? Nothing at the moment. Hayward again looks to the outside. Shearing just shuffles his car over, closes that gap. Marsden still right there. Johnson looking racy. Here comes Hayward on the outside of Shearing. Side by side out of turn number 4. This is a great battle up front in Heat 5 of the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. Every point a prisoner in this championship. It could be the difference between starting on the front row, starting from grid number 4 or 5. You've got to grab every point you can, and that's what Hayward's trying to do here. He's pressuring Shearing, but Shearing's looking good at the moment. Hayward just changes. He goes down to the low line. He's sat high the whole race so far. Went low. White flag out. 1 to go here. Can Ewan Shearing hold on? Down into 1 and 2. Marsden with a look up the inside this time. He can't get it done. Shearing powers down the back straight. 1 more corner to go for Ewan Shearing. Car 69 out of Central Motor Speedway. Shearing takes this one here out. I'm pretty sure Marsden might have snuck home in second place, ahead of Hayward in third. What a race, folks. Race number 5, the Debbie the Webster group, the Riverlands Holiday Park group, certainly putting on some action in race number 5. So Shearing takes this one here out ahead of Marsden. Then we go back to Hayward in third place. Greg Johnson in fourth. A nice drive by Johnson. Then McIntyre, Abrahamson in 6th place, Matt Green in 7th, and Wayne Balk rounds up this field in placing number 8. So Ewan Shearing, he picks up a win here at the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. He'll be stoked with that finish. They'll head back to the pits and give it a bit of a tidy up and be out for round number 3 of racing a little bit later on here at Central Motor Speedway. Alrighty, race fans, welcome back to Central Motor Speedway here. Man, what a race that was. Absolutely incredible. New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. Ewan Shearing taking out heat number 5. We now take a look, though, at the Aotea Production Saloon Cup, brought to you by Fresh Choice here in Cromwell. We've got the Oakley's group up against the Versatile group in this one here. We've seen some great battles, of course, in this Production Saloon Cup as well. Absolutely fantastic. Some great driving, some tidy driving, which a few people in the pits there, myself included, said, man, this could be a bit of a wreck fest, but so far, so good. Don't want to put the mockers on it yet, but absolutely brilliant racing so far tonight. So Johnson will start car number 27 from the front row of the grid alongside Brown, car number 18. Then we go back to Hamilton, car number 72, and Gavin Hurring, car number 6 from P4. Stephen Nicholas, the man they call Soxhole. Stevie Nicks, car number 51, starts from P5. Blake Murdoch on his outside, car number 32. Then we go to Gray, car number 72 from P7. And Cox, car number 66 from P8. Next row back, Fidu Tai with a Warrior, car number 616 starts from position 9. Sam McKenzie starts from grid position 10. Westerman starts car number 28 from 11th. Avon Erskine, of course, picked up a win earlier on, starts from position number 12. Then we go back to Maya Johnson, car number 23, starts from 13th, with James Woods, car number 804, starting from grid position 14. So sun beaming down on Central Motor Speedway. Beautiful sight. Good looking crowd in here as well. Green flag set to drop for 10 laps of action. Hurring wastes no time whatsoever. He goes right up the inside of Stephen Brown. Powers away down the back straight, doing it easy at the moment. Gavin Hurring in car 66. giving chase. We see Hamilton. Oh, plenty of contact down there. It's like the Fresh Choice car park down there at the moment. Down there between turns 3 and 4. So they've managed to sort themselves out. Still contact down there between the two Christchurch cars of Matt Cox and James Westerman. The two Falcons trading paint. But out in front still Gavin Hurring. Car number 66 who leads this one here. Through he comes. Blake Hamilton giving chase at the moment. Then we go back to the pack. Car number 18 out of Riverside Speedway. Steve Brown still holding third place. Westerman moves to his outside, picks up a position there. James Woods looking a whole lot quicker in this one here as Blake Murdoch goes down to the infield. Of course, he struggled in his first heat, but here he is up into fourth place, so he's looking racy. Blake Hamilton starting to slowly chew that lead away from Hurring. Whether or not he's got enough laps to get there and make it happen, we'll have to wait and see. Liam Gray, he heads down the inside of car number 18, which of course is Stephen Brown. Stephen Nicholas here as well. Old Stevie Nicks, the man they call Socks. He's right down low trying to find a way up the inside. Avon Erskine, he doesn't have to worry about that. He goes right to the outside, does an easy move around the side of both Socks and Stephen Brown. He's now chasing Liam Gray. Race leader comes through, Gavin Hurring. Hamilton still giving chase now, car 72. He's definitely closing the gap. As we mentioned before, it's whether or not there's going to be enough laps left for him. Westerman, he's on the chase at the moment. Then we go back to Woods, Gray, Erskine. Erskine full of confidence after that first race win just a little bit earlier on, right up the inside of Gray. Gray shuts the door. Oh, there is contact there. Erskine, has he sent him? He's just held back. He's let Gray resettle himself. And then he goes to the outside and grabs the spot. So a great battle happening down there. Nicholas in behind them. Then we go back to Hill and Cox. Sam McKenzie, he's down the order in this one here. Then we go back to Maya Johnson, car number 23. Race leader comes on through once more. Here comes Hamilton with a look. About a length and a half between first and second at the moment as they head down into turns 3 and 4. Hamilton, he's looking energised at the moment. He's closing that gap. A car length as the leaders come through. Then we go back to Westerman, the old FG Falcon. Lap traffic just ahead of the leaders in the form of Johnson. Alina Johnson. Westerman decides to join the party. It's a 3-car battle for the leader, this one here. Westerman's on the outside. Murdoch, Hamilton, he's about to get caught behind that lap car, manages to get through. Westerman gives the wall a bit of a kiss on the way through. The white flag is out. This is really heating up. Westerman down the outside of Blake Hamilton. This has allowed Hurring to pull away to a little bit of a gap. Can Hurring hold off Westerman? He comes through, he sure can. So Hurring takes this one here out. Westerman home in second place, ahead of car 72, which of course is Hamilton. But a well-driven race. I thought that Hamilton there was going to be odds on to get past Hurring, but of course when Westerman got involved, it certainly opened things up for the race leader, and he managed to get home. So Hurring takes that one there out, 0.214 of a second over James Westerman. Blake Hamilton in third. Then we go back to James Woods. Avon Erskine in fifth. Liam Gray in sixth. Stephen Nicholas up to seventh. Stephen Brown in eighth. Matt Cox in ninth. Rounding up your top 10, car 11 from Central Motor Speedway, Sam McKenzie. That was the Oakley's group and the Versatile group, all part of the Aotea Production Saloon Cup here at Central Motor Speedway. More Super Saloon action coming up next. 2023-24 Southern Lakes ITM Group, Stealth Engineering Group on a track. Trevor Elliott here will lead them off from grid position 1, car 27. Gary Edwards from Eastern State Speedway, car 6 from position 2. Mark Osborne starts from grid position 3 in car 16. Steve Cowling, car number 37 from Bay Park Speedway, starts from grid position 4. Alistair Lister from Beachland Speedway in Dunedin. He starts car number 4 from group position 5. He's got Ricky Bolton on his outside. The Pro X chassis car number 861 starts from P6. P7 we'll see Chris Cowling, the current 1NZ, start from the tail of the field. And racing Ray Stewart from Central Motor Speedway. He will start as Hypermac car number 34 at the tail of the field alongside Cowling. Trevor Elliott on the inside. Gary Edwards on the outside. Set to go racing here. Green flag drops. And Edwards gets a bit of a cover there down into turns 1 and 2. A nice start there by Steve Cowling, the ITM Tauranga machine. Powers out of turn number 2. Bolton there. He's looking racy at the moment as well. The 861 of Ricky Bolton. He got round the outside of both Elliott and Mark Osborne. He's up to 3rd place. Trying to find a way through here in Heat 6. Edwards out in front, the man from Eastern State Speedway in Blenheim. Steve Cowling holding on to 2nd place. Of course, there's big contact down there between 3 and 4. Osborne was involved. He went around, he looped it. And then both Ray Stewart and Alistair Lister, they were the innocent bystanders. So Lister and Stewart still parked up down there. Both cars rolling forward now, so hopefully not too much damage to either of those cars. It was Osborne.
34 and 4, if you're able to reach
left front of Mark Osborne's car, absolutely torn to shreds down there. So Osborne out of this one. So Lister and Osborne parked up on the infield. Speedway New Zealand officials will check through the order, make sure everyone is where they should be, and we'll go back to a restart. Southern Lakes ITM Group, Stealth Engineering Group. Heat number 6, New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. Bolton got off to an absolute flyer. He's just sitting back here at the moment. It's almost like he's going to pick up a bit of momentum down here between 3 and 4. And have a crack at Cowling. He's leaving himself about a car length there at the moment. Elliott's all over the back of Bolton. Green flag drops. It's exactly what Bolton does. Big look on the inside of Cowling. Edwards powers out of there nicely. He's pulled away to a couple of car lengths. Car number 6. Steve Cowling in 2nd place. Then we go back to Ricky Bolton. Chris Cowling now ducks down the inside of Ray Stewart. Trevor Elliott just up ahead of him. Cowling now, can he get a sniff down the inside of Edwards? Edwards was about to shut the door, but Cowling had the nose up the inside. They go through turns 3 and 4. Cowling looking threatening at the moment. Car number 37 from Bay Park Speedway in Tauranga. He's chasing hard. In fact, he's over turn car 37. He's going to try and power back out onto the main straight here. He's lost a couple of spots. In fact, he's pulled out right beside his brother Chris Cowling. So that's gifted Ricky Bolton a 2nd spot. Trevor Elliott still chasing hard as well. Then we go back to Steve Cowling, Chris Cowling, Ray Stewart. Stewart obviously not happy with that car at the tail of the field. This is really allowing Gary Edwards to stretch the legs here tonight at Central Motor Speedway. It's a tough corner to contest that tight turn 1 and 2, and it's caught out a couple of the drivers here tonight so far. Here comes Chris Cowling right down the inside of Steve Cowling, the 2 CB2s side by side. A beautiful sight down there between turns 3 and 4. Elliott just up ahead of them at the moment. Edwards comes on through car 6. The Hypermac machine out of Eastern State Speedway in Blenheim. Ray Stewart, he's finally given up the ghost. Heads to the infield, so he's out of this one here. Edwards in full control of this one here. Heat number 6. Then we see Bolton, Elliott, Chris Cowling, Steve Cowling. Chris Cowling would dearly love to make a move on Elliott. All very, very valuable points. 3 to run here. Cowling with a big look on the inside of Elliott. Elliott's got the elbows out. He's under a stack of pressure at the moment. Almost a bit of nose to tail contact. Cowling just pulled out of that one there. Steve Cowling. Chris Cowling with another look on the outside of Trevor Elliott. All sorts of pressure at the moment on Elliott, but Elliott's holding on only just. White flag comes out. Edwards comes past the control tower. One last crack at this for Cowling. Edwards with 2 more corners to contest. Turns 3 and 4. Here comes Cowling down the outside of Elliott. It's going to be car 6 who'll take this one here out comfortably. The 861 of Bolton in second place, and Cowling managed to get across the line just ahead of Elliott. But a well-driven race there for Edwards. Car number 6 from Eastern State Speedway. He takes this one here out, 2.2 second lead over Ricky Bolton in second place. Then Chris Cowling got the job done on the line ahead of Trevor Elliott. Steve Cowling in 5th place, and of course the DNF, Ray Stewart, Mark Osborne and Alistair Lister. Plenty of action in that one there, folks. Heat number 6 of the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship right here at Central Motor Speedway. Nice start there down into turns 1 and 2 for Andrew Bennett. Fairbairn's got off to a flyer as well. So's Alex Crosby, the young bloke from Riverside. Cornelius just behind them. Pretty racy at the front end of town. Dave McKenzie falls back. He's got Alistair Green just behind him. A number of these Hondas zapping past the control tower here on the limiters. You can hear them valve bouncing away. But it's still Andrew Bennett. Oh, Andrew Bennett's gone a little bit high, a little bit wide. That's all Vaughan Fairbairn needs to close that gap. Thought he might have got a look on the inside there. Crosby goes out wide. Cornelius just in behind him. Car number 12. This group of 4 cars starts to pull away from the pack. Then we go back to Alistair Green. Car number 47.
Yellow.
So trouble up front. Car 5, Andrew Bennett. Not sure if there was contact there or not, or whether or not he came to a standstill all on his own accord, but anyway, the race leader. He is currently getting the Speedway New Zealand infield scrutiny to have a bit of a look at the front of that car. It does look like there's been damage, not sure who the contact was with, so it looks like the scrutineer sort of signalled to the infield. So certainly damage there, whether or not he went out and clipped the wall.
You're in the right order, you're in the correct order.
But he will head to the infield. McDonough Contracting Group, B&T, Hiab Crane Services Group. All part of the Fresh Choice Cromwell Aotea Production Saloon Cup. Andrew Bennett from Christchurch. He parks up on the infield. As the green flag drops, Vaughan Fairbairn leads him off from the front row of the grid. Alex Crosby sizing him up down here in turns 1 and 2, almost side by side. Crosby couldn't quite get the nose far enough up. Cornelius there as well. He's waiting for a chance to sneak past these two here. Ray Jagged, he's in this battle as well. The man from Wanganui, car number 48. Then we go back to Green, McKenzie, Greer, Kalk. Kalk's been a bit quiet in this one here. He's putting pressure on Greer. Through they come. Another car heading down to the infield there now as well. So a couple of cars dropping out of this one here early. And it's still Vaughan Fairbairn who leads this one here. Starting to stretch the legs now over young Alex Crosby. Crosby will give chase, so Cornelius in behind him. Pretty sure when the New Zealand titles were going around, Fairbairn was a 3NZ, the man out in front. But Cornelius might have got himself a small number at one stage as well. They got Stephen Hills up in front of them. Car number 38. Out of Riverside Speedway, the EL Falcon just sits down on the pole line there between turns 3 and 4. The race leader comes through. That's Vaughan Fairburn. Martin out there as well. Car 17 from Greymouth, another one of the EL Falcons. Just comes past the control tower here now. Into the shadows of turn number 3. Out into the brightness of turn 4. It's still Fairburn with a handy lead moment over Alex Crosby. Cornelius still holding that third spot. Then we go back to Ray Jacket. Alistair Green looking racy in this one here at the moment. He's currently down in 5th place with Tyler Kalk chasing him. Dave McKenzie, Lucy Greer battling it out as well. Then of course we go back to car 17, the man we spoke of before, which is Martin. Fastest lap so far, a 19.9 for your race leader, Vaughan Fairburn. He heads to the outside of car 89, that's Glover, out of Beachland Speedway in Dunedin. Crosby certainly not giving this one here away. There's only a car length between the leaders at the moment, but Fairburn just seems to have a little bit of extra power when he comes out of turn number 2. Down into the shadows once more. Crosby giving chase. Fairburn can't shake him. The white flag comes out. One more to run here. The McDonough Contracting BNT High-Ab Crane Service Group. Crosby giving chase. Fairburn though still just holding the lead here. Looks like he will sneak home for Fairburn to take his first win of the night. Crosby in 2nd place. Then we go back to Cornelius, car number 12 out of Nelson. He did well in this one here. He sat in behind those race leaders. Bags a pretty handy fistful of points there. So Fairburn took this one here. It was actually Alex Crosby in 2nd place, and we went back to Vaughan Cornelius in 3rd. Then Ray Jagged, Tyler Kalk, Alistair Green in 6th place. Dave McKenzie in 7th, Lucy Greer in 8th, Keith Martin in 9th, and Olivia Glover rounds up your top 10. The McDonough Contracting BNT High-Ab Crane Services Groups out on track there for the Fresh Choice Cromwell Aotea Production Saloon Cup. Well, another round of youth mini stocks on the dummy grid, set and ready to go here. Hope you're enjoying tonight's entertainment, folks. Certainly plenty of action happening on track. It's all part of the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship right here at Central Motor Speedway.
Build it, make it, fix it, shift it, tow it, stow it, dig it, lift it, mow it, trim it, grind it, chip it. We hire it. Mix it, pour it, smooth it, finish it, saw it, clean it, nail it, polish it. 0800 24/7 rent. We hire it. 0800 24/7 rent. We hire it.
What you think you do with your four-wheel drive. What you actually do with your four-wheel drive.
No matter what you do with your four-wheel drive, we've got the right tyre for you. So come on down to Mag & Turbo.
Catch up with Heat 5 race winner Ewan Shearing. You had to pass him on the inside, but you got the job done.
Oh yeah, it's slipping off a bit, not too bad. I've never done a hold it down on the pole line, so it's probably about a first for us.
It was a very, very close race. Probably the best race of the night, to be fair, so not a bad one to win.
Yeah, I knew if I stayed down low and didn't bugger it up, that was going to be hard for them to go round.
Very late at putting your entry in for this title. What was the wee bit of a cause up for that?
Well, we haven't been running the car, but we've only took it out at Christmas time. We didn't really have enough seat time. So I wasn't going to do it, but Ray Stewart talked me into it. We're really coming here just to be a car number, build the car numbers up.
Well, you've had a race win already, obviously got a few sponsors on the car you want to thank as well, if you can remember them.
Hypermac Racing, Aparima Restaurant and Bar, New Zealand Composite, and there's probably Ewan Shearing Contracting. Better put that one on.
Alrighty, good luck for the rest of the night, eh?
Thank you.
Rightio, race fans, we're here with the 6E Heat 6 winner, so not a bad number there.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. We've been chasing set up here for a couple of weeks, and yeah, that worked out really good for us.
Obviously, a wee bit of track time early on coming in here around New Year's. That must have helped getting used to this weird circuit here at Central Motor Speedway.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Last year at the GP, I struggled to get my head around it, but yeah, it's coming to us now.
Obviously, got the E on the side of the car. Used to be from, I think it was Mount Maunganui, weren't you? What seemed to be the change there?
Oh, we did a rebuild in the winter and changed the suspension in the back and the front. So by the time we finished it, it was easy just to leave it down here, register at Blenheim, and don't have to worry about going back up north to get permission to come here.
Alrighty, sponsors on the car you want to thank?
Yeah, K&L Distributors, obviously Edwards Transport ourselves, Hypermac Chassis. Yeah, no, they all help us out pretty good.
Alrighty, good luck for the rest of the weekend. Hopefully talk to you again, eh?
Yeah, cheers, eh? Thanks a lot.
Rightio, we're here with the 6C of Kane Lawson. Kane, your night started in a wee bit of trouble at the time trials. What happened there?
We had a fire. One of the fuel lines came off and caught on fire in the exhaust, and then caught a whole lot of stuff on fire under there, so oil lines and wiring and stuff. So yeah, a bit of a mission to get it going again, but boys got it sorted.
She's a tricky track out there at the moment, very slick, and obviously the sun at the moment.
Yeah, it's really challenging, eh? We're sort of new to this type of car, and we're probably a little bit lost, to be fair, on the surface, so just making another change, rightfully or wrongfully.
Have you had to change your driving style with this car, obviously?
Yeah, definitely, and I think that's it hasn't been so much of an issue on other tracks, but my lack of experience and my driving style is really showing on this track, so just trying to get my head around what the right thing to do is.
And obviously sponsors on the car you want to thank as well as crew members?
Yeah, just Megan Turbo, Riverlands Holiday Park, and all the crew, Grant and Elaine and Jackson and Colin and Dennis.
Righty, we'll let you get back to your right rear, eh?
Cheers, thanks, Gabe.
Righty, we're here with the 92M of Scott Hayward. Scott, you like that outside line, don't you?
Yeah, no, it was good in that heat. Didn't have as much drive off the corner as I like, but no, it was good. Should have stayed down low in the last corner though, but...
Obviously, Cromwell Speedway, it's a very unique track. How have you been sort of getting your head around it?
It is very unique. It's taken a little bit to get used to, but that heat was good, so hopefully I'm off the front row on the next one, so hopefully keep a bit of momentum on.
A wee bit late in putting your entry in. What was the sort of story about that? Just making sure you got enough lap times in the car?
No, this is only my second meeting for the season, so good things take time, eh? No rush.
And obviously all the way down from Mount Maunganui, got to thank the sponsors for getting you all the way here.
Yeah, mate, yeah. City Brick and Block, Earth Mover Tyre Services, ST Automotive, Fine Finishes Concrete, Clark Engineering.
Rightio, race fans, we're here with the 2 wins, 2 races, mate, for Eddie Franz in the Production Saloon Aotea Cup. You must be pretty happy with that.
Yes, we are. We are very happy with that. It's a good start for us, so yeah. Try and work on that.
Up in Nelson, obviously, how the results been going up there for you? Have you been being up the front or been in that mid-pack sort of range?
Yeah, no, been in the pointy end. Yeah, we've got a few other competitors there that are fast, but yeah, no, we're quite happy with how the season's been going.
How are you enjoying this Production Saloon Cup? Because it's an awesome thing, 2 days, over 40-something cars here for Production Saloons. Obviously, New Zealand Championship no longer doing a thing, but Cromwell have put a nice wee show on for you guys.
Yep, excellent. Hat off to Rolly and Gavin Herring, who's put on this show. And it's brought everybody in the production fraternity back together again like we used to have.
And obviously sponsors on the car you want to thank all the way from sunny old Nelson. You should be used to this heat.
Oh yes, Nelson Auto Glass. Yes, they're the guys that keep us going. Yep.
Alrighty, good luck for the rest of the evening, eh? Try and make it 3 from 3.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Righty, we're here with the 85C car of Matt Sherlock. Matt, former 1NZ, all the way down here to Cromwell. Here comes Rolly trying to put him off. How have you been finding this Production Saloon Cup?
Oh mate, honestly, credit to the club, because honestly they put something on and this class needs it after losing the national title. And the track out there, man, it's so dry there. Just had a little bit of a whoopsie, so we're getting it fixed up and hopefully be out for race 3 to get some more points.
Yeah, what happened in that race there, just to put your crew to a wee bit of work there for you?
Yeah, I don't actually know. It just happened all quickly on the track. I was going around a car and they washed up and made contact with me. So I ended up on 2 wheels and heading for the fence. So I kind of just had to hold on and, yeah, accident ended the day. So it is what it is.
Obviously, all the way from Christchurch, got a few sponsors you want to thank as well?
Yeah, mate, always. Yeah, couldn't do it without my sponsors. Jewel Autosport, Peter Young Engineering, Marine Services. We got Harris Signs and Graphics, Cars to Go. iFix Automotive, and obviously the Hutos family for the credit of the trailer back there, and yeah, my partner who's at home looking after the kids so I can do this. So yeah.
Yeah, no, we're struggling a little bit with side bite, but I think a lot of the guys are too. You know, we just need to sort of keep getting the points, keep out of trouble. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a clash with a few cars in that last one, so if we can just keep doing what we're doing and keep your nose clean, you know, we'll see where we're at.
What grid draw have you got for your last heat coming up? Or do you know?
We're actually off the back, so yeah, we'll just, like I say, we'll just go as hard as we can. I think we've got a pretty good car, so hopefully, you know, if you guys making a couple of small mistakes, and we'll see where we'll go from there.
Have you been running this 4-bar function at the moment, or are you still on the torsions?
No, ours is a torsion, but it's a 3-bar, so it's a wee bit different. It's got a shock in the middle and bits and pieces that, yeah, completely different to the 4-bar.
Obviously, sponsors on the car you want to thank as well?
Yeah, good on you. Motorsport Sales, our own company, Gasco. We've got Stelbo, Eltron. We've got heaps of them, man. Yeah.
Alrighty, good luck for the rest of the evening, and hopefully tomorrow night. Talk to you soon.
Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.
Rightio, we're here with the current 3 in Z, Craig Carbell. Craig, you've had that number for a few years now, trying to get 2 or 1 at this one, isn't it?
Trying. We're not doing the best out there at the moment. She's a challenging track. It's just can't get the car to enter. It's a bit tight, and we're trying different things, which is a bit frustrating. But no, man, it's racing, and it's good. We've got some fast guys here, and hopefully it's a good show for everyone watching.
You're in about 6th position in one of the races, and then that dust cloud came up, and then you exited about 3rd. So just keeping that foot floor on the gas and hoping for the best through there.
Yeah, it was a bit scary. I just sort of thought I'd just put it up by the wall, and hopefully no one's up there. And I did tether through it, but yeah, we got through with no damage, so that's good.
Obviously, it's a track that you've had pretty good success at. Obviously, you had your first New Zealand title here all the way back in 2009 or something like that. So you have had success here. Obviously, 2nd last year at the GP. It's just a wee bit of a different track at the moment.
Yeah, we've got all the setup written down from last year, but it's just not the same. So we'll yeah, we're just getting through it, and just hopefully we can pick some passes up in this next one.
Obviously from Christchurch, or representing Christchurch, but from the North Island at the moment, so a wee bit of a haul down. So you obviously got sponsors to thank as well.
Yeah, Carbell Racing, can't do it without them, and Carbell Construction, all my crew that help, and it's yeah, it's a big hike down here, but I mean that's what racing's about. You know, you travel, support clubs, and yeah, we enjoy it.
Alrighty, good luck for the rest of the night, and hopefully talk to you a wee bit later, eh?
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
So on track at the moment, Debbie the Webster Group and the VIP Structural Steel Group. We got Mackay will start car number 86 from the front row of the grid. Matt Green on his outside in car 59. Kane Lawson starts car number 6 from grid position 3. Shane McIntyre, car 26, starts from grid position 4. Third row, the insane chassis of Wayne Balk of Australia, car number 32. Car number 18, Sam Waddell, starts from position number 6. Craig Cardwell starts the 3 NZ from position 7 alongside Greg Johnson, car 77 from Central Motor Speedway. Heat number 7 for the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship, the Debbie the Webster Group and the VIP Structural Steel Group. Set for a race start, 12 laps of action. Green flag drops. Green on the outside, Mackay on the inside. Mackay just flicks the back end of the 86 machine into turns number 1 and 2, goes right across the front of Green and takes the advantage. Looking racy there at the moment. Kane Lawson slips right up the inside there as well. He's moved himself up into 2nd place. The Riverlands Holiday Park sponsored machine from Woodford Glen Speedway. Sam Waddell trying to find a way through as well. He's had a couple of good runs so far this afternoon, a solid 2nd and 3rd placing, and he's battling with Shane McIntyre and Matt Green at the moment. Oh, contact McIntyre right into the back of car number 18 of Sam Waddell. Waddell manages to pull away from McIntyre. He's into 3rd place at the moment, eyeing up Kane Lawson. Mackay powers off down the back straight. Lawson still holding 2nd place at the moment. Of course, that car there had an electrical fire in qualifying a wee bit earlier on this afternoon. That crew worked hard between qualifying and his first heat to get that car out on track. So looking pretty good out there at the moment. Matt Green falling down the order. Wayne Bouck just behind him, and Craig Cardwell. Car 3NZ at the tail of this field. He would dearly love to make ground on those cars up front. Cardwell lines up the inside of Green, gets a job done there. A little bit of contact there, and something flapping around on Green's car. But it's starting to heat up front here at the moment with Mackay and Kane Lawson. Lawson looking down the inside. Mackay shuts the door, powers out of turn 2. McIntyre's come back to Waddell and he's got the job done there. So Shane McIntyre, he's finding form in this one here. Of course, a brand new car for him this season as well. He said to me earlier on that he's really having to work with this car to make it drivable, but he might have found something here at the moment. He's in 3rd place. They're all chasing Mackay, Kane Lawson, Shane McIntyre, Sam Waddell. It's really starting to tighten up, 2nd, 3rd and 4th place. Then we go back to Johnson. Oh, McIntyre in deep into turns 1 and 2. Scrubs off a whole heap of momentum, and he's fallen down to 4th place. So here comes Sam Waddell, having one more crack at Kane Lawson. He's right there looking down the inside of Kane Lawson in that CB2 machine out of Cowling Motorsports, side by side. A nice move by Waddell. If he can get it done, he can. Kane Lawson throws car 6 back in and moves back into 2nd. Waddell, another look down the inside. McIntyre's back in this battle as well. They're not too far off the pace. We go back to Greg Johnson, Wayne Bouck and Cardwell. It's a 4-car battle at the front of this one here with a couple to run. Mackay still leading from Sam Waddell. Kane Lawson. Waddell with a bit of a look up the inside of Mackay. Can he get the nose up front going into turn 3 and 4? It's almost a braking battle down there. And Sam Waddell with the white flag hanging out comes on through. One more lap to run for Sam Waddell, the former New Zealand Super Saloon champion. Mackay sets off sail, tries to chase the North Island champion down. He's not going to have enough in the tank, and it's going to be Sam Waddell who takes this one here out. A nice drive by Mackay in 2nd place, and Kane Lawson home in 3rd. The Debbie the Webster group and the VIP Structural Steel group. Sam Waddell takes it out, and a nice drive. Hayden Mackay in 2nd place, and we go back to Kane Lawson, Shane McIntyre in 4th, Greg Johnson in 5th, Craig Cardwell managed to get the 3NZ up to 6th place, then Wayne Bouck and Matt Green. We'll be back in a moment, folks, with more Production Saloon racing here at Central Motor Speedway. Alrighty folks, welcome back to Central Motor Speedway. The Oakley's group out there in the Not Just Plumbing group set to do battle. Aaron Brooklyn will start from the front row of the grid. Car number 33, Gray on his outside. Car number 72, Liam Gray. Aaron Reid, car 16. Don't see Aaron back out on track, so obviously a terminal issue with his car. Johnson starts car 23 from position number 4. Position 5, Gavin Hurring starts car number 6. Stephen Nicholas, the man they call Socks. Old Stevie Nicks starts from position 6. Position 7, Sam Martin in car 14. Westerman starts his Falcon, car number 28, from grid position number 8. From 9th, Cody Denniston, car number 95. Almers starts car number 86 from Wanganui in position number 10. Ricky Pilling, car number 94 from 11th. Sam McKenzie starts from 12th place in car number 11. Clark starts car 21 from position 13. And Cox, car number 66. The mighty AU Falcon starts from position number 14. Also, big thanks to Fresh Choice Cromwell, main sponsor of the Aotea Production Saloon Cup. So This time around, green flag awaits. Aotea Production Saloon Cup. Brooklyn on the inside. Gray on the outside. They bow down to turns 1 and 2. Seems to be distance between that front row and the second row. A nice move by Sam Martin. He's managed to get himself up into third place. Stephen Nicholas having a look down the outside. Westman's right there as well. Gavin Hurring sticks the nose down the inside, but Aaron Brooklyn leads after one lap here. Sam Martin challenging hard at the moment. Then we go back to Gray. Stephen Nicholas still trying to find a way through here. Car number 51. Battling away down the outside. Westerman's there. Hurring on the inside of Westerman. Then we go back to Ricky Pilley. Liam Gray, car number 72, currently holding third place. Hurring sitting down nice and low, trying to shorten up his line into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Sam Martin now, challenging down the inside of Aaron Brooklyn. Brooklyn shuts the door. Liam Gray still holding on to third place. Westerman goes to the outside of Hurring, trying to find a way around there. He's currently in fourth place at the moment. Martin putting all sorts of pressure on Aaron Brooklyn, car 33 out of Zealand Speedway in Dunedin. It still looks really, really tight in that mid-pack. Ricky Pilley's there, trying to find a way through. Ian Clark from Greymouth, he's in this battle as well. Nicholas has fallen down the order a wee bit. Clark's managed to get past him. He's dropped down to about 8th place. Then we go back to Sam Martin, Johnson, Cox. Chelsea Elmer's at the tail of the field at the moment. No change up front whatsoever. Aaron Brooklyn still just leading this, but nothing between it. Sam Martin throwing absolutely everything he can. The Big Falcon's certainly got the pace. He just doesn't have the track position. He can't quite make the move, but he's starting to go wide. He's starting to move himself out towards the wall, looking for something out there. Just looked a wee bit unsettled going into 1 and 2. Westerman still holding third place, fastest man on track at the moment, Aaron Brooklyn. Hurrying now, trying to sneak down the inside of Ricky Pilley. Pilley's up to 4th place. And we go back to Ian Clark, the man from the West Coast, trying to find his way through. He's currently down in 6th place. Here comes Sam Martin with a charge down the outside of Aaron Brooklyn. Side by side down into that big sweeping, turns number 3 and 4. Martin's getting a run here. But this is where Brooklyn's quick. Tightens it up down here in turns 1 and 2. He just feeds Sam Martin a little bit wide. But can Martin get a run? He still sits on the outside. Westerman and Pulley starting to battle it out now as well. White flag will come out this time around for Aaron Brooklyn, car 33 out of Zealand Speedway. He's down on the inside. Sam Martin on the outside. Martin tries to cut down the inside. Can he get a run? He sure can. He powers down the back straight. Martin and Brooklyn are side by side into 3 and 4. This here is going to be an absolute nail biter, folks. But it looks like Sam Martin's going to get the nose of the Big Falcon in front. And Martin steals the win away from Brooklyn, who led all the way around that one. Westerman comes home in 3rd place. What a race up front there. I thought Brooklyn had it in the bag with 1 to go, but it's Martin who takes it out. 0.140 of a second. Brooklyn in 2nd. James Westerman in 3rd place. And Ricky Pilley in 4th. And Clark in 5th. Gavin Hurring gets himself up to 6th place ahead of Stephen Nicholas in 7th. Liam Gray in 8th. Sam McKenzie 9th. And Maya Johnson rounding up your top 10. That there was the Oakley's group and the Not Just Plumbing group, part of the Aotea Production Saloon Cup. Alrighty folks, 2023-24 New Zealand Super Saloon Championship right here at Central Motor Speedway. Man, we've seen some great racing here tonight so far. On track, we're going to see the Lucinda Dixon Lab Realty group and the Southern Lakes ITM group. Ricky Bolton will start from position 1, his Pro X machine, alongside Benji Snedden. That's going to be a great battle up front. Car number 8, second row, we see Trevor Elliott in car 27, and Malcolm Nartai, of course, a race winner here this afternoon as well. Row 3, Ian Burson, the baby-faced assassin, starts from position 5 with Richie Taylor starting from position 6, car 58. Steve Cowling will start from the tail of the grid, the CB2 machine, car 37, alongside the stealth machine of Mark Osborne, a DNF for car 16 in his last heat race. So Lucinda Dixon, Lab Realty versus Southern Lakes ITM groups. Ricky Bolton on the inside, Benji Snedden on the outside. This should be a great battle down into turns 1 and 2 here. Who gets the jump? Snedden looks good on the outside. Can he cover? Bolton pretty racy down there. He gets a bit of a tidy up from Malcolm Nartai, but a nice move down the outside by Snedden. So Snedden takes control in this one here. A nice start by Richie Taylor as well. Car 58 out of Christchurch slides up into that third position. He started a couple of rows back from that, so a nice start for Richie Taylor. Mark Osborne there took that car, the rear spoiler almost touching the wall down to turns 1 and 2, using every bit of clay here at Central Motor Speedway. A nice move by Cowling down the inside of Osborne, and Osborne will head to the infield. So trouble for car 16 in this one here. He will park up down at the top end of the circuit. So it's Snedden out in front. The Mucker Motorsport machine, he scrubbed off a whole lot of momentum and going into turn number 3, which has given Ricky Bolton a bit of a sniff here. The 861 out of Beachland Speedway in Dunedin. Richie Taylor chasing hard. Then we go back to Nartai. Burson now having a look on the inside of Nartai. Then it's Elliott and Cowling. Taylor high, wide, trying to use every bit of track that he can. Try and get some sort of advantage on Benji Snedden and Ricky Bolton. Bolton there, big jump over the pole line. It opens the door for Richie Taylor to sneak down the inside. Richie Taylor you don't need to give him much of an invite, and he'll take a spot. That's exactly what he did. So Taylor now up into second place. Nartai all over the back of Ricky Bolton. Then we go back to Burson, Elliott and Cowling. Benji Snedden, the SP Tools Hypermac out of Kihi Speedway, leading the way here at the moment. Taylor sizing him up as they head down the back straight. Every lap he's taking vital inches out of the race lead, and he's right on the back bumper of Benji Snedden here. Tucks in behind him once more. Can Taylor get the run here? Not quite. Snedden defends. Ricky Bolton starting to threaten once more. Then we go back to Nartai, Burson, Elliott and Cowling. Taylor high and wide. Change that line. Gets a run. Tries to pick up momentum down the back straight. Can't quite do so. He's on the outside of Benji Snedden. Laps starting to count down here. Through comes Snedden once more. Taylor's right there. Snedden throws the 8 machine in nice and early. Taylor, the undercut once more. Can he get the nose down the inside? Snedden shuts the door. Good driving by Benji Snedden. He's making Richie have to work for this one here. They're starting to pull away from Bolton now. Absolutely nothing between these lead cars here. Here comes Taylor again. Yellows come on. That there's for Cowling. So Cowling, of course, he was down the tail of the field, looped it down there between turns 3 and 4. Tucks in behind Benji Snedden. Then we see Ricky Bolton, the 861, just ahead of Malcolm Nartai, the Suck It Up machine out of Woodford Glen Speedway. Green flag drops for the run home. Nartai with a look on the inside of Ricky Bolton. He was tempted to throw it up the inside there. Bolton defended. Here comes Richie Taylor on the outside of Benji Snedden. They're side by side. This is as close as they've been all race. Taylor working away again on the outside. Snedden just holding his line down low. He's fighting for this one. The white flag will come out. There'll be one more to go for the SP Tools Hypermac. Oh, almost contact on the main straight. There was millimetres between those two cars. A drag race down the back straight. Is it going to be 8? Is it going to be 58? Richie Taylor on the outside. Snedden on the inside. They're side by side. It's going to be Taylor who'll take this one out. What a drive. Snedden home in second place. Ricky Bolton home in third. Nothing between them. Richie Taylor takes it out over Benji Snedden in second place. Ricky Bolton in third. Malcolm Natai in fourth place, Ian Burson in fifth, Trevor Elliott in sixth, Steve Cowling in seventh place, and of course Mark Osborne with that DNF parked down there on the infield. What a race, folks. All part of the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship right here at Central Motor Speedway. Your race winner, Richie Taylor. Alrighty folks, welcome back to Central Motor Speedway, the Fresh Choice Cromwell Aotea Production Saloon Cup. Jagged will start car number 46 from Wanganui from grid position 1. Alex Crosby, car number 41 from Riverside starts from position 2. Steve Clements starts car number 25 from grid position 3. Cam Bauer from Beachland Speedway starts car 99 from grid position 4. Wilson will start car 7 from 5. Dave McKenzie will start car 67 from position 6. Brett Hackett 434 from Wanganui starts P7. Eddie Franz starts car number 51 from position 8. His toughest grid draw here tonight so far. Liam Ballantyne 27, he will start from P9. Hill will start car number 38, Big Falcon from P10. Then we've got Martin, another one of the Falcons from P11, car number 17 from Greymouth. Vaughan Fairbairn, a tough grid for him, car 17. He starts from position number 12. Final row of the grid, we see Vaughan Cornelius start car 12 from Nelson in P13. Laura Heads 64 starts right at the tail of the field, P14. So Ballantyne parked up on the infield already. In fact, I heard at the start of racing today, his younger brother, Tane told me all about that car there. Not going too well, so hence the reason it's probably still sitting down on the infield there the way it is. So green flag drops, we go racing. Alex Crosby on the outside. Car number 48. Ray Jagged on the inside, side by side, down into turn 1 and 2. A great battle really starting to develop between these drivers early in this one here. Clements holding third place. Eddie Franz not wasting any time whatsoever, finding his way, getting through the pack here. Behind him, Vaughan Cornelius, car 12, out of Nelson. He's off to a flyer as well. Here comes Crosby with a look down into turn 1 and 2. Out of 2, and it's Alex Crosby who leads this one here, car 41. Down into turns 3 and 4. Crosby leads this one here. Ray Jagged in second place. Then we go back to Clements. Brent Hackett trying to find a way through there now as well. He's on the outside of Stephen Clements, the Invercargill Tractor Servicing and Repairs machine. He's gone to the outside of him. Cornelius now with a look up the inside of Eddie Franz. Car 51, 2 race wins tonight already for Eddie Franz. He's on the outside now of Steve Clements. Hackett's already got the job done there. Vaughan Fairbairn further down in the pack. He's battling it out at the moment with Laura Heads in car 64. She's showing good pace in this one here as well. Then we go back to Mackenzie, Keith, Wilson. The 38 machine, Stephen Hill at the tail of the field. So Crosby starting to pull away now from the pack. He's got about a half a straight length lead at the moment as he heads down into turns number 3 and 4. Young Alex Crosby, two-time New Zealand Formula Ford champion. He's the lad that we spoke about before. He's actually spent time training with Ferrari. Heads up the inside of his clubmate Hill. Jagged still holding that second place. Then we go back to Hackett, Franz, Cornelius, Clements, Laura Heads, Vaughan Fairbairn. He's down the order in this one here, Fairbairn. You'd expect to see him up battling there with some of those front runners, but he started from a long way back in this one. So Crosby sits about mid-track, comes out of turns number 3 and 4. Looking racy at the moment, Alex Crosby. Comes into turns number 1 and 2. He's just cruising there at the moment. He's got a handy lead. Brian Wilson from Beachland Speedway just up ahead of him. He's in car number 7. Eddie Franz still trying to find a way down the inside of Hackett. Cornelius right there as well. Absolutely nothing between these cars, battling out for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th at the moment. Cornelius on the inside of Eddie Franz. Can he get the job done? It's a nice move if he can. They're side by side. He should be able to. The white flag comes out though for Alex Crosby. One more to go for the young lad from Riverside Speedway in Invercargill. Jagged still holding 2nd place. Lap traffic ahead of him. He goes to the outside of that lap car. Brent Hackett still holding 3rd place, but it's going to be Alex Crosby from Riverside Speedway in Invercargill who takes this one here out. Then we go back to Jagged, car 48. From Wanganui, a nice drive from the North Islander. Brent Hackett, his clubmate, right in behind him as well. So we go Crosby, 4 seconds the win for Crosby. Ray Jagged in 2nd place. Brent Hackett 3rd. Vaughan Cornelius from Nelson in 4th place. And we go back to Eddie Franz, also from Nelson in 5th. Vaughan Faber in 6th place in that one there. Laura Head 7th. Stephen Clement 8th. David McKenzie 9th, and Keith Martin rounds up your top 10 cars in that one there. Of course, that those two groups out on track were the Placemakers group and the McDonough Contracting group. Their 3rd race of the afternoon. So I do believe that youth mini stocks are coming up on track in just a moment, folks. So we'll wait and see what rolls out the gate here. Go to a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment here at Central Motor Speedway.
Anderton Decorators are a long-established Canterbury company covering the whole of the South Island who love to support their local community. If you require expert advice from design to application, then Shane has the expert team to ensure your next project is hassle-free with a professional finish. Floor to ceilings, walls to roof, inside, outside, commercial or residential. Let our team take the hassle out of your decorating. Give us a call now on 027 Painting. That's 027 724 6846. Anderton Decorators, we have you covered. It's action for the whole family. With 23 tracks around New Zealand, there is no better way to spend your weekends than at a Speedway New Zealand track.
Here they come to the start-finish line again.
There's something for the whole family. Sprint cars, saloons, stock cars, sidecars, midgets, and much, much more. Pack up the family and make a trip to adrenaline-filled, action-packed bashes and crashes that only Speedway can deliver. Visit www.speedway.co.nz to find out the track nearest to you. Speedway, it's our summer thing.
Alrighty, we're here with the Heat 7 race winner, Sam Waddell. Sam did something no one else has been able to do, past Hayden Mackay. Got that race win, very important for the points.
Yeah, it's a good way to finish up for the night. We slowly chipped away in our other 2 heat races and got away, came away with the win, and it's what we need to do from grid 6. So yeah, happy with the night and looking forward to tomorrow.
She's a tricky track out there at the moment, but you've had plenty of experience around this Cromwell Speedway.
Yeah, the track is pretty unique tonight. We haven't really had anything like it. It's pretty bottom dominant, which isn't pretty unusual for here. But the boys have chipped away on the car, and we've got it in a pretty good spot, and we'll build on that momentum for tomorrow, and hopefully we'll put us in a good starting spot for the feature.
And then tomorrow night, just got to pass a few more cars and try hopefully get up that front 3 grids and try get that 1NZ back on that car, eh?
Yeah, that'd be goal. We got I think a mid grid and then a front grid as well. So just a couple solid heat races tomorrow, and I think we should be up the pointy end with the 3rd, 2nd, and the 1st. So looking forward to getting into it tomorrow.
Alrighty, all the way up from the North Island. Got to thank your sponsors as well.
Yeah, massive thank you to JDL Investments, King Signs, Fastmaster Heater Design Studios, and Brokers United, and huge thanks to my parents as well. Thank you.
There we go, young Sammy Waddell, a big Warriors fan, young Sammy. Up the wires, Sammy. All the best for tomorrow, my man. So Kaylee Keith it is who leads off the youth mini stocks here at Central Motor Speedway. A nice start by Burson there in second place. Then we go back to Dakim in third. Byron Craig there as well. Jack Anderton. McIntyre, car number 12. But the runaway leader at the moment, Kaylee Keith, looking pretty racy around turns number 3 and 4. Powers past the control tower. Amy Burson doing a great job in second place. Jackson Dakim tucks in behind Burson. Then we go back to Anderton. Quiet race, heat number 1 for Anderton. Looking pretty racy in this one here though, up to 4th place. Right behind Dakim. Then we go back to Bailey Craig, Josh McIntyre, Leela Jeffcoat. Jeffcoat and McIntyre, they've been battling it out here tonight. We can see them battling it out there once more. Elliott's right there as well. Then the 14 of Brooke Marshall. Lucy Scott right there, car number 88. So Ballantyne on the mentor program. He goes down a lap in this one here. He's certainly getting quicker every outing here at Central Motor Speedway. Goes right out towards the wall. Lets those faster cars sneak on through. Amy Burson still holding off Jackson Dakim and Anderton. She's doing a good job at the moment. Sits about mid-track. She's making these cars behind her have to work for this one here. Kaylee Keith, he's the runaway leader in this one here. He can see Patience Cooper up in front of him, car number 93. Here comes Jackson Dakim with a big look down the inside of Burson. Burson comes back down the inside. A nice move by Burson, so she lost that position for a moment and then grabbed it back once more. Here comes Dakim with a move down the inside again. Burson high and wide. How much room is he going to give her? They're side by side down the back straight. Anderton's right there as well. This is a great battle for second, third and fourth place. The race leader comes through once more. Kaylee Keith of Christchurch with a handy lead. Anderton now up the inside of Burson. Lap traffic right there. That's Cooper. Elliott looking racy at the moment. A little bit of contact on that lap car of Cooper. Here comes McIntyre down the outside. Jeffcoat right there as well. Race leader comes through. White flag out. He heads to the inside of Ballantyne. Does Kaylee Keith. Stretches the legs for the last time down the back straight. Dakim comfortably in second place now. Then we go back to Anderton, but the race is going to go the way of Kaylee Keith. Car number 321 out of Christchurch takes this one here out with ease. Second place, we see Dakim, car number 423. And then we go back to Anderton, car number 88 from Christchurch. A nice drive by him. Impressive drive too by Burson as well. She battled hard up front with those pretty quick cars out there. But a race win to Kaylee Keith. Almost 6 seconds over Jackson Dakim. Jack Anderton in third place. Amy Burson in fourth. Joshua McIntyre in fifth. Hunter Elliott Cross in sixth place. And leader Jeffcoat 7th. Lucy Scott in 8th. Brooke Marshall 9th. Rounding up your top 10, car number 415, Byron Craig. That is youth mini stocks here tonight at Central Motor Speedway. Not sure what's rolling out on track next. Trying to just take a sneaky peek out the window. I can feel the vibrations and a bit of a rumble out there, so I'm guessing we're going to see another heat of Super Saloons. The Stealth Engineering Group and the Riverlands Holiday Park on track next. Alrighty folks, rolling out on track. Stealth Engineering Group, the Riverlands Holiday Park Group. Set to do battle here over 12 laps. Ray Stewart from Central Motor Speedway, car 34, will start from pole position. Scott Hayward, he's been impressive tonight. Car number 92 from Bay Park starts grid position 2. Edward starts car number 6 from grid position 3, alongside Ryan Marsden, car number 54 out of Woodford Glen Speedway in Christchurch. Alistair Lister starts car 4, a DNF for him last time out. He's in grid position 5. Bodie Abrahamson from grid position 6 in the Stealth. The CB2 of the current New Zealand champion Chris Cowling starts from position 7th, with Ewan Sheeran a race winner here tonight starting from grid position 8, car 69. Ray Stewart on the inside, Hayward on the outside, sets the pace in this one here. A great sight as they roll around turns 3 and 4. Start heat number 9 of the New Zealand Super Saloon Championship. Hayward off to an absolute flyer, looks fast around the outside. Ryan Marsden trying to find a way through here as well. He was out of sorts in heat number 1, but he managed to sort himself out from his second race. He looked a whole lot more competitive. And here he is at the moment, battling it out with racing Ray Stewart. Cowling's sort of been left at the back of this one here. Ewan Shearing's got off to a good start. He's managed to get past Alistair Lister. He's on the inside now of Bodie Abrahamson. Around turns 3 and 4. Still Hayward from Bay Park leads this one. Stewart in second place. Then we go back to Edwards, Ryan Marsden, Bodie Abrahamson, Ewan Shearing, Alistair Lister, and the current New Zealand champion Chris Cowling at the tail of this field. No change up front whatsoever. Ewan Shearing, he slipped back a couple of spots here now. He was up ahead of Lister and battling with Ryan Marsden and Abrahamson, but he's fallen right down the field. Oh, Lister loops it down there between turns 3 and 4, rolls back down to the infield. Will we see an orange light here? We may well, because Lister, we will. So Lister's looped it. So a lot of damage on the side of car number 4, that outside there. I didn't see who actually hit him. So he suffered big contact. I'm not sure whether that was in this race here or whether or not that was damage from the last heat. Looked like down there that he just looped it with what I was looking at, but maybe he did get a bit of a helping hand around there. We'll wait and see. So lights are out. Lister goes to the tail of the field. Just behind Chris Cowling, the 1NZ. Shearing stepping on the outside there. He's looking for a way around the outside of Marsden and Abrahamson. He fell back just before that. Restart. Edwards now having a look on the inside of Ray Stewart. Can he get the job done? You bet he can. He goes right up the inside. So a nice move there by Gary Edwards in the Hypermac. So Hayward leads this one here from Edwards. Then we go back to Ray Stewart, Ryan Marsden, Ewan Shearing right down the inside of Chris Cowling. A beautiful move by Shearing, but Cowling's going to come back down the inside here in 3 and 4. But Shearing covers. Trouble at the back of the field for Bodie Abrahamson. Car number 49 heads to the infield. So trouble for the stealth machine of Abrahamson. He's out of this one, parks up. Round 3 and 4 once more. Still Hayward, the man from Bay Park Speedway, looking racy here tonight. He's put in some absolutely consistent runs so far at this New Zealand title. So is Edwards, the man behind him. Of course, he picked himself up a race win a little bit earlier on. He's currently sitting in second place. Then we go back to Ray Stewart, Ryan Marsden, Ewan Shearing, Chris Cowling, and Alistair Lister. Around turns 3 and 4 here at Central Motor Speedway, and it's still Hayward. Edwards is really looking really quick here. I thought he was going to have a wee dive as they went into turn 1, but I think he might have just overshot it. Carried a wee bit too much pace into that one there. He was quicker last time around, a 17.1 against a 17.4. But he did scrub off a lot of speed. Ray Stewart still currently holding third place from Ryan Marsden. Here comes Cowling down the inside of Ewan Shearing. Those two cars have battled hard in this one here. Alistair Lister starting to play into this one here now as well in car number 4. Ewan Shearing's putting on a hell of a fight here with the New Zealand champion. Cowling down the inside again. Shearing on the outside. The white flag will come out this time around. One more to run for Hayward. Can he bank a win? Down into turns 1 and 2 for the last time tonight. Down the back straight. Edwards throwing absolutely everything he can at Scott Hayward, but Hayward's going to hold on. Car number 92 out of Bay Park takes this one here out. A nice drive by Hayward. The 6 of Edwards in second place, ahead of Racing Ray Stewart in third. But a nice drive by Hayward, just desserts for him. He takes this one here out, the man from Tauranga. Edwards in second place, then Ray Stewart in third, Ryan Marsden in fourth, Ewan Shearing up to fifth place ahead of Chris Cowling. Then we go back to Alistair Lister and of course a DNF down there for Bodie Abrahamson in car number 49. So that's a result that Hayward was looking for here tonight, and he got it. Beautiful drive by Scott Hayward. There we go, folks. Super Saloons done and dusted here tonight. Still some production saloon action to unfold here at Central Motor Speedway. We'll be back on track in just a moment. Alrighty, folks. 2 more races to go here tonight. Of course, we've got the production saloons on track. Youth mini stock still to go, folks. Please do not leave the arena while the cars are rolling around the track. We've just got a couple of cars out there at the moment with tail lights on. Of course, they are distracting to the drivers. They think there are red lights out there. So, folks, please, if you're leaving the arena, which some of you are doing at the moment, try and get your lights off or whatever. There are still a couple of races to go. So this one here, of course, there will be an open grid on the front. Fedu Taiwa, his motor blew up a wee bit earlier on. So we're going to see James Wood, car number 804 from P2. Green will start car number 47 from P3. Olivia Glover starts car number 89 from grid position 4. Tyler Kalk starts car number 48 from grid position 5. Daniel Tom on his outside, position 6. Johnson starts car number 27 from 7. Bennett starts car number 5 from grid position 8. Matt Sherlock Bailey starts car 85 from 9th on the grid. Greer on his outside, car 13 from 10th. Hamilton, car 72 from grid 11. Brown, car 18 will start from 12th on the grid. Avon Erskine, race winner tonight, starts car 18 from grid position 13. Blake Murdoch, car 32, starts from grid position 14. And car number 21, which is Fitzgibbon, starts his car, the Subaru, from grid position 15. This is the B&T High-Apt Crane Services and the Versatile Group out on track. A few gaps out there where cars have expired throughout the night, you might say. But it's James Wood, car number 804, the Fresh Choice sponsored machine, who leads this one here. Kalk moves up to second place. Then we go back to Alistair Green. Down into turns 3 and 4. James Wood high and wide. Kalk fighting hard at the moment. Alistair Green. Then we go back to Bailey, car number 85. Here's a big look down the inside of Alistair Green. Just shortens up that corner. Tries to get a run out of turn number 2. Good battle up front. Tyler Kalk trying to find a way down the inside of James Wood, the Fresh Choice sponsored machine. Kalki manages to sneak the nose down the inside. So a nice move there by Tyler Kalk, but James Wood goes right out. Oh, he might have just gone a little bit high there. He gives the wall a clip down there between 1 and 2. So hopefully it might have just been the rear bumper that hit that there, and hopefully not that rear corner. Bailey on the outside of the 47 machine of Alistair Green. Tries to find a way around the outside. Green not making it easy. Then we go back to Avon Erskine. Blake Murdoch. Erskine absolutely flying here tonight. Car number 18. He picked up a race win earlier on, giving him a bit of confidence, and he's starting to battle it up on this pack. He's the fastest man on track, a 20.634 last time around for Avon Erskine. Absolutely flying in car 18. He's on the back of this pack at the moment. So Bailey trying to find a way up the inside of James Wood, car number 804. There's a lapped car just ahead of Tyler Kalk, the leader. That's Blake Hamilton, car number 72. So he's got issues with his car at the moment. He was really, really quick a wee bit earlier on tonight. Bailey goes to the outside. Then we go back to Woods. Alistair Green, he's right there. Avon Erskine. Green now having a look down the inside of Woods as well. That's for position 3 here in this one here. The B&T, Hiab, Crane Services and Versatile groups here battling it out for the final production saloon race here tonight at Central Motor Speedway. So Alistair Green, car number 47, and James Wood side by side, the two Nissan Primeras. Avon Erskine trying to find a way through as Kalk comes through. Bailey pressuring Kalk now, has a look to the inside, the former national title holder. Putting all sorts of pressure on the lad from Dunedin, Tyler Kalk. Kalk powers nicely out of turn 2. Alistair Green there. He come almost to a standstill between turns 1 and 2. Avon Erskine capitalised on that there. He managed to sneak on through, so did James Woods. Olivia Glover now, she's under pressure as they come down into turns 1 and 2. Kalk on the outside, he's just trying to shorten that gap between those cars to try and hold them up there. Bailey's done it all before. Here comes Bailey with a challenge down the inside of Tyler Kalk. Side by side with the white flag out, one more lap to go. Is it going to be Matt Sherlock Bailey or will it be Tyler Kalk? They're still side by side. Kalk with a slight advantage coming out of 2, gets a nice run in the Honda down into 3 and 4. Can Bailey sneak back down the inside? I don't think he's going to. I think Kalk's going to take this one here. So Tyler Kalk it is, sneaks home just ahead of Bailey. Then we go back to the 804, which was Woods. But a nice drive there by Tyler Kalk. He managed to hold off the former New Zealand champion. So Kalk took it out over Matt Sherlock Bailey in second place, James Woods in third, then Avon Erskine in fourth, Alistair Green in fifth place. Then we go back to Blake Murdoch in sixth, Andrew Bennett in seventh place, Steve Brown in eighth, Olivia Glover in ninth. Rounding up your top 10, Blake Hamilton, 10th place. That there is the B&T Hired Crane Services and the Versatile Group done and dusted for tonight. Still one more race to go here, folks. We've got Youth Mini Stocks coming out for their third race of the night. They'll be on track here at Central Motor Speedway next. So Youth Mini Stocks out on track, their third race of the night. Jack Anderson out in front there, Jackson Dacomb on his outside. Leela Jeffcoat will start from the second row of the grid. Brooke Marshall on her outside. Should get a start this time around. Green flag drops. We go racing Youth Mini Stock action here at Central Motor Speedway. Jackson Dacomb in the middle there. He should lead them down into turns 1 and 2. Jack Anderton with a nice move. Gets a nice run on the inside. They head off down the back straight. Car number 51 there, off to a good start in this one as well. That's Cooper, Waylon Franz battling it out with Kaylin Keith there. They're side by side. Leela Jeffcoat just in behind them. Then we go back to Craig McIntyre. Oscar McClelmont there as well, car number 22. So Anderton's managed to get the nose in front. Can he hold it there? Kaylin Keith looking pretty racy in this one here as well. He tucks in behind Jackson Dacomb. Nothing between those three cars at the moment as they come through to tick off another lap. Bit of a gap between Jackson Dacomb and the 51 of Cooper Waylon Franz. Still Anderton, the Anderton Decorating sponsored car out of Woodford Glen Speedway. As we go yellow. That there's of course for looks like Burrison, who might have spun down there. It is the 21 machine. He sits out in front at the moment. Dacomb just behind him. The Mag and Turbo 4-2-3 out of Christchurch. Then of course Kaylin Keith. He's already picked himself up a race win here tonight already. Jeff Coates looked pretty quick here tonight. She's just behind Cooper Waylon Franz in car number 51. So they all power down into turns number 1 and 2. It's still Anderton in control of this one here. Those three cars at the front have shifted away from a pretty angry pack behind them. McIntyre's in there, so's Bailey Craig. Lucy Scott trying to find a way through there as well. Franz goes high and wide, loses a ton of spots. Hunter Elliott Cross looking pretty racy. He snuck through there. So a bit of a change further down the pack there at the moment. But up front, Caelan Keith putting a heap of pressure on the race leader, which is Anderton in car number 88. You can see Caelan Keith was just trying to force Anderton wide there. Couldn't quite get it done. Nice driving by Anderton. He's just sitting mid-track at the moment. Comes down nice and low. But Caelan Keith has stuck the nose down the inside. 3-2-1 out of Christchurch. He just set Anderton up nicely there. Anderton trying to come back at him though. Car number 88. These cars very, very evenly matched. And we've got Burson, car number 21. Looks like she's gone around again down there in turn number 2. McClelmont there as well. Car 22. Green flag drops. A nice start by Anderton on the inside. Keith's going to have to cover down here. McIntyre look for a way down the inside there as well. So Lucy Scott, she's been the big winner from that restart. She's jumped from about 2 or 3 rows behind the leaders to up to 3rd place. So Lucy Scott with an absolutely brilliant start there. She's up in 3rd place now, chasing these faster cars from Christchurch. Caelan Keith leading this one here. Then we go back to Anderton. Lucy Scott. Round they come through turns 3 and 4 once more. Oh, there's more trouble down there. Looks like Jess Evans and Franz involved in that one there. So Evans is parked up against the wall down there between turns 3 and 4. So I'd imagine we'll see a yellow once more. In fact, we have. So all a wee bit messy this one here at the moment. There was contact between Franz and Evans. And Evans was spat out towards the wall. So we see a restart. It was a restart last time that Lucy Scott managed to jump a couple of positions. If she can do that this time around, she'll be leading the race. There was another car on the mentor program out there, Hunter Elliott Cross, up to 4th place, doing an absolutely fantastic job just up ahead of McIntyre. Leela Jeffco. Jeffco's been consistent tonight, which is good to see. Dakeham's fallen down the order. He was in the top 3 there for a bit. So Caelan Keith leads them around. Anderton Scott. Jess Evans is tucked down there in between both Cooper and Ballantyne. Lights go out. 3rd restart of race 3 for youth mini stocks here at Central Motor Speedway. Green flag drops once more. Scott looked to the inside, couldn't quite get it done. McIntyre's down there as well. He gets on the inside of Lucy Scott. Elliott's there also, so McIntyre now grabs 3rd place. Scott falls down a couple of spots. Leela Jeffcoat has a look as well. And Anderton has taken over the race lead in this one here. Car number 88, he led for the majority of this one here. Lost that spot for a couple of laps when Caelan Keith went past him. Oh, Hunter Elliott Cross there, just doing a bit of cross country down on the infield. Gets back out on track just ahead of Amy Burson. So Anderton absolutely driving the wheels off car 88. Still leading Caelan Keith. Keith on the outside. Then we go back to McIntyre in car number 12. Has Caelan Keith got anything at all for Anderton? Anderton's gone a little bit wide coming out of 2, which has opened the door again for Keith. Just needed to narrow up that exit out of 2. White flag comes out. 1 more lap to run here for youth mini stocks at Central Motor Speedway. Anderton ducks back to the inside. Keith stays nice and low. McIntyre, he's having a sniff here now as well. Keith leads. Then we go back to Anderton and McIntyre. Nothing between these 3 cars at the moment. McIntyre looks down low. Keith on the outside. Burson's gone around again. But it's Caelan Keith who takes this one here out. He got there in the end, the 88. Which of course was Anderton home in 2nd place. ahead of McIntyre. So we got there in the end with this one here, folks. A great battle up front. Some brilliant driving there from both Anderton and, of course, Kaylin Keith, and, of course, those cars that come up through the grid, the Lucy Scotts, the Joshua McIntyres. Very, very good driving there indeed. So Kaylin Keith takes this one out from Jack Anderton, Joshua McIntyre in third, Lucy Scott home in fourth ahead of Jackson Dakem in fifth place, Leela Jeffcoat in sixth, Byron Craig in seventh, Oscar McClelmont in eighth place, Cooper Whalen Franz in ninth, Hunter Elliott Cross rounds up your top 10. Well, folks, that is it from us here tonight at Central Motor Speedway. Big thanks for coming out, and of course, if you live streamed us at home, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. We will be back here again tomorrow, 5 o'clock, and racing will start at 5, and of course we will have the gates open here at 12 tomorrow. So that's it from us here tonight at Central Motor Speedway.